up, San Antonio Spurs fans, Indiana Pacers fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. We'll be doing a live play-by-play reaction game clock scoreboard for tonight's game, the Indiana Pacers versus our San Antonio Spurs. We got most of the crowd here tonight. Selena Gomez running the scoreboard in the game clock. Headband Grogu. Rooting in the background, of course, Baby Cody, and myself, TSR. Welcome. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I'm a little sad the weekend's over already, but that's kind of how weekends go. They get here, and then they end sooner than we want them to. And let's get a Spurs win tonight. Good evening, Phil, Greg, James, Spur, the moment, Dibben. Good evening, Sir Richard, Ladies, TSR, or the Bear, the unbearable. The game's on TV. Nice. We are tied. It is all 0 right now. Kokoshiba, good evening. Egg Jimenez, Hera Lama. Jamari Bouye, I do not believe, is playing tonight. I don't know if and when we'll see him in a San Antonio Spurs uniform. The dude can shoot. If you watch the video, and a lot of you did watch the video that we had on the channel the other day, or was it yesterday? When did I do the Bouye? It was yesterday. Wow. Man, time flies. There's a couple of highlights from him shooting. He can launch threes, and he can launch them from deep. However, his game is not translated to the NBA as of yet. Can the Spurs get something out of this dude? Maybe. I hope so. Kit Kills, good evening. Joshua, Daniel Barry. Rich, remember that stretch ball shaped like a person that you sent me? Yes. I got stopped by TSA for 50 minutes because they thought it was an explosive with a blasting cap. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry, man. I mean, funny, but not funny, but... And then what do you do after, being in 15 minutes being stopped by TSA for having a stress guy they think's an explosive? You squeeze your stress guy! Good evening, Tommy. Go Spurs, go. Go Spurs, go to all of you if you didn't see this already. We had a huge win, probably the best win of the year recently against the Thunder. Can we beat the Pacers? And this Pacers lineup, when I was putting it together, I totally forgot they traded for Pascal Siakam. So this is going to be a tough game. Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner, and others. And they got Dougie. Doug McDermott is on the Indiana Pacers, former San Antonio Spurs legend, though I believe he's going to be out tonight, crushing the souls and dreams of all the Dougie maniacs out there. Tony, good evening. Bacano, thank you for stopping in. Justin Champagne joined the Wizards today. Well, hopefully that Champagne can do something. Plastic part at its head, and they thought, oh, plastic. Dougie is out. Dougie is out. I don't think a lot of humor in that, but okay, Kwai, all good. Yeah, oh, the gel. Is Julian Champagne out? And Malachi Branham's replacing him in the starting lineup, so Branham's going to play small forward? Isn't he a little short to be a Stormtrooper? Why not just put Keldon back in the starting lineup? Did we, Bacano? I don't remember, but we probably. We haven't been very good the last few years. Stephen, good evening to you. Was Wemby working the month of February, July 26th? So that's not only awesome. Expect the NBA to announce some point later this season or year, Victor Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year. Fully expected to happen. By the way, I haven't said this. I got to do the cheat plug. If you haven't done so, please hit the thumbs up. Fast food, fun, nutritious, and delicious. And it does help the channel. Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! Omar, I'm not overly familiar with the Pacers. Miles Turner is a good rim protector. I believe Siakam normally plays pretty solid defense, doesn't he? But overall, I don't know how they are as a team defensively. I'm not going to sit here and make it like I know, because I don't. Jones, Branham, Vassell, Sohan, Wembanyama. I mean, I guess the thought process with Pop has been surround Wemby with people that can hit the three. Of course, Jones... not a guy that can normally do that. He has been better lately. Trey Jones is 9 of his last 16 from beyond the arc, which is phenomenal. That's over 50%. So Jones has been hitting his threes. Branham has been miserable this year, shooting at, 32% now. Vassell's been a little inconsistent. One of our better three-point shooters on the team. Jeremy Sohan's been all over the place. So that whole put three-point shooters around Wemby in the starting lineup, not exactly what we got going there. James Collins has been playing better as of lately, yes. And he's starting to play like the guy we gave the extension to. Wemby needs to be player of the month, not just rookie of the month. They might be looking at record, though, and record is never going to help us with those type of awards. Do we lose by 40? Okay, then. Vassell at small forward. Branham's going to be at guard. All right. That was a little small for small forward. Let me have revenge. They're saying the last time Bacano was saying last time we played the Pacers, we lost by 40. Was it this season or last season? I don't know if we played the Pacers this year. I don't remember. Wemby better drop 50. Wow. Morning aggressive. James, I would be shocked if Bouye played today. And what a great name. Bouye. I thought it was Booyah initially, but then I started watching his highlights and heard him say Bouye. I don't think we'll see him anytime soon, but hey, hope I'm wrong. Hi, TSR. I won't be able to sing, but I played Fortnite with my friends today and on the way to participate and pick up basketball. Let's hope all's well. Peace out, everyone. Well, he's in and he's out. Cowboy X Factor, thank you for stopping in. Have fun playing some hoops. I played Fall Guys last night, by the way, and we played terrible. Good evening, Ron, and thank you for stopping in. We lost 150 to 111. This morning, San Antonio newspaper said Vassell scored 20 in 8 of his last 12 games. He's been solid. I don't think he's going to be the player that we thought he was going to be coming out of the draft, but I still think he's going to be very good. Is he going to be a perennial all-star? Probably not. Could he make an all-star team once in a while, like a 2 or 3-time all-star, similar to, let's say, Sean Elliott? Why not? Hi, your girlfriend's dog is watching the game tonight. Hope. Pat, she's probably watching me, but not watching the game. Keith, good evening to you. The game is on CW35. Nice. And on also Channel 14. Gio, good evening to you. It is this season. Okay. Champagne out with the ankles. By the way, for those that didn't catch it, because Miss TSR said she didn't get a notification, TSR Bear made his debut on the channel last night. I put up a short, YouTube short. It's like 23 seconds. While I was working out, she decided to shoot a little video of Bear and talk to him about the Spurs, and the results were surprising, yet not surprising to say the least. So those who've been looking to see what he looks like, he's on the channel. And don't blame me, I tried to forget it. Oh, is that the start of the 18-game losing streak? Carlos, good evening to you. James, hopefully. What's happening? Hand over fist. I can help you on Fall Guys, my epic. We'll see. I don't play games much, so we'll see on that one. Congrats. Yes, Justin Champagny signed to the Wizards. I mean, I don't care that I suck at it, to be honest with you, Cowboy X Factor. And usually I only play when I'm with a group of friends, so it's, a 4 squad. It's not a game I play regularly. If you're good at it, though, props to you, because I'm not very good. Spurs lost to the Pacers 152 to 111 on November 6th. I don't remember that, and probably don't want to. That sounds like a horrible game. And speaking of horrible games, J Money just put in the chat, I can't believe this happened today. The Warriors lost 140 to 88 to the Celtics. Wow. Was Steph Curry out? Because if Steph Curry played, to see a Steph Curry-led team get obliterated like that, I know he's past his prime. Yes, he's still a very good player. I believe he's still averaging... Is he averaging around 30 a game this year? I don't know what he's averaging. But, oh, thank you, Doug! But still... anytime, if the Lakers were to lose like that with LeBron playing, it'd just be like, wow, even though he's not the same player he was 5 years ago, just to see those type of caliber players that are champions to lose that way, wow, it's weird. 13 wins, hopefully, Raphael, and indeed, Curry's worst game. Okay, so he did play. And our fists, it's true. And the Warriors had been playing better, I thought, but Curry was injured, he still played, but he was 0 for 9? With 4 points. Dang. The Pacers have the best offense and worst defense. So Wemby should score a lot today. Yes, epic Celtic smackdown. Curry was 0 for 9. Spurs need to avoid it. Man, Steph Curry going 0 for 9 and scoring 4 points? That just seems like bizarro land. They did them dirty. They were 38-80 at the half. Wow. Will we see more Bear? Cowboy Spectre depends if the channel... I mean, I don't want to just put up dog videos. This isn't an Animal Planet channel type thing. But since the Spurs were mentioned in the video, I was like, well, it's sort of sports related. And a lot of the content is something sporty, whether the Spurs are mentioned. And Baby Coyote might be questionable with putting up on the channel, but he is this, I mean, he's wearing a Spurs jersey. And he's the Spurs, little version of the Spurs mascot. So I do feel like he's very appropriate to have on the channel. And he's cute. And, I mean, who doesn't like a good coyote boop? Boop! You got the notification, Glaze Bacon. Hallelujah, sweet baby Jesus. We are second in assists. The Pacers are, oh, wow. So this should be a really fun, offensive, high-scoring game. Good evening, AJ. Dogsy, thank you for stopping in. Hario, yes, how the Warriors dynasty fell, but all dynasties fall at some point. Although Tim Duncan never had a losing season, and certainly never lost. His team with Duncan playing lost by 52. Although didn't we lose a game by like 48 during the Big Three era? But I don't feel like everybody played, and if they did, then my mind is blocking that. I think the Warriors are rebuilding. They don't want to admit it. They want to win another. No, they don't want to admit it, and I don't think they're going to win another title. I've said this too. The window on them is closing very fast, just like the Lakers. Charles Barkley actually had a good comment this week or the weekend or whatever it was about why are the Lakers getting so much attention. When's the last time you've seen a ninth seed get so much coverage? And I think he was knocking ESPN because they like to ride LeBron's jock all the time, or the Lakers for that matter. And it's like they're not that good. Why don't you focus on the top teams that are like doing incredible things, like the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Oklahoma City Thunder that have completely turned their franchise around from where it was a few years ago. But it's still Lakers. Like, who cares? Will they make the play-in? Yes. Will they make the playoffs? Maybe. Are they going to beat any of the top few teams? Probably not. Aaron Nesmith, Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner, Andrew Nembhard, and Tyrese Halliburton are the starters for the Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton, a name brought up a lot on this channel because he was drafted, I believe, right after Devin Vassell a few years ago. Devin was, or two after Vassell. They were close in that we took the Devin. They took Halliburton shortly after the Kings did. Malachi Branham, Jeremy Sohan, Victor Wembanyama, Devin Vassell, and Trey Jones in the starting lineup. I don't know about Branham starting. Quite honestly, I don't know about Champagnie starting, but he's out with an ankle injury. Coyote wearing Coyote jersey. See? Coyote. He's got his own jersey. Put it right back there so you can watch the game. Anthony, welcome back. Tracy, good evening to you. Diego, what's going on? Old man. Wet banana. Yes, some of you really want me to go for 50 tonight. Don't get me wrong. I want to see him go for 50. That's a big ask to go for 50 points. Hey, it could happen. Maybe if Wemby can get the old Chuck going. That's right. Wemby's going to Chuck Norris the Pacers tonight. I mean, Wemby needs to treat every game like the opposing center is Chet Holmgren. If he does that, he's going to put up massive stats every game. Just treat every defender that's on him like Chet Holmgren. Because my man clearly does not like Chet Holmgren at all. Players are on the court. And away we go. Spurs will start us off with the ball, winning the tip. Trey Jones will get it to Wemby. Wemby guarded by Siakam. Gets it to Devin Vassell. Vassell on the screen. Three-pointer, no good. Wemby's going to follow it up and throw it down. Spurs up.
Thunder dunk of justice.
Wet bananas is Wembanyama, and I don't think Dougie McDermott's playing tonight. Dougie McBuckets, I think, is out, which sucks because it'd be nice to see him play. Not play terribly well, but just see him play. That three is no good by Andrew Nembhard. Hopefully I'm saying it right. Nembhard. Wemby will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Crashes into Siakam. We're going to have a foul on Pascal Siakam. Well, let's get him in foul trouble. That'll help our chances. That's right, Bacano. Grant me revenge. Thank you, Greg. Smash that like it owes you money. Helps the channel. That's all I'll ask for here. A like and a subscribe before we start and finish. And, well, I won't ask for it. Hopefully you enjoy the content. That's the main goal, of course, that you guys are enjoying part of the community. I think we have a fantastic San Antonio Spurs community, probably the best one on YouTube. I could say that about you guys. And, we've been on YouTube for 5 years, 5 losing seasons, but we're still here and still rooting for our team as Devin Vassell turns the ball over. Pacers on the run. Siakam thought about a three, pulls it down. Siakam will dish it out. Naismith with the ball. He'll drop it off to Nembhard. Nembhard's going to kick it out for three to Siakam. Back rim. No good. Jeremy Sohan with the rebound. Jeremy Sohan coming off a nice game after struggling. Need a big game from me. He tries to alley-oop it to Wemby. I can't convert the alley-oop. Close, but not quite. Now the ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Pacers. Wemby's saying he was fouled on the play. The referees, the officials are saying differently, but nice job by Sohan. Tried to get him the alley-oop, looking for him. Something he was criticized for early in the season, not looking for Wemby. Quite frankly, I don't think Jeremy was looking for anybody because he was playing so out of position. That corner three is no good by Neesmith. It is Spurs wall. 2 points tonight. Yep, John Luke Brandon is starting. Champagne is out. So Vassell will be the small forward, and Brandon will play at the 2. Wemby in the post. Little jumper is going to bounce around, and Wemby has all the points in the game. Nuggets sweep Lakers again. Now they're 8-0. Ooh. 8-0 in the last 8, huh? Is Tyrese Halliburton not playing? I never see him handle the ball. Siakam pull-up jumper, no good. All right, Halliburton's out there. He's barely touched the ball. I'm kind of surprised. Wemby's going to just take a 3. That's no good, and I think he stepped out of bounds. Pacers ball. I want the Spurs to win tonight. Versace, that's somebody that the Spurs might draft. If the Raptors finish the 7th worst team, we might end up drafting 2 people this draft, which would be crazy. Halliburton with ball, passes it out. That 3 is good. Miles Turner for 3. Turner good from 3-point range? I don't remember. Trey Jones with the ball for San Antonio over to Wemby. Wemby's going to try to force it into Sohan, and Sohan can't hold on to it. Wemby threw that ball in the traffic. That's another turnover for the Spurs. Halliburton out in 3-point land. Tries to drive instead of step back 3, and that is no good. Sohan with another rebound. 3 minutes in, it is only 4-3, and the offenses are quite anemic at this time for both teams. Sohan drives the paint. Layup good from the dish from Brandon. 6-3. Halliburton don't do nothing more. He gets mad. What? Miles Turner for another 3. No good. Wemby with the board. Gets it to Sohan. Is Sohan running the offense tonight? He's bringing the ball up a lot. Gets the ball. Wemby with a between the legs dribble. Tries to get it to Sohan. Almost turns the ball over. Nice save by Brandon. Brandon with the corner 3. Okay, whatever. A little luck there. Spurs fans. Zenith, I hope Wemby does drop 40. Marauders, I'm going to my Xbox after the game tonight, but I'm going to get to bed early. Turner in the paint. Gets blocked by Wemby. Jeremy will bring it up the court. Out to Brandon. Back to Vassell. Corner 3. Or wing 3 from the wing. Whatever. Warp 12-3. Good start. Keith Malchi's been playing better lately. I'd really like to see him turn his season around. He was a first-round pick in 2022. Was labeled as a 3-level scorer out of college. We've been seeing a lot of nights he's no-level scorer, so if he can turn his season around and be productive for us, that would be fantastic. Soto look at wow, all right. Mr. Soto, not Kai Soto, Juan Soto. Great start indeed, Gabriel. Mark the Gamer says, Wemby update, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 2 turnovers already? We do look good. Do. Team seems a little revitalized being at home. And for the moment, they look great in the entire game against the Thunder. Played a strong 48 minutes. Off to a good start here against the Pacers. Hopefully being back at home really, pumps up the team. We can get some wins here and there. I still expect us to finish as the 3rd worst team in the NBA, but compete in the rest of the games. Be competitive. By the way, channel update. I'll be live tonight. We'll be live for tonight's game, Tuesday game, Thursday's game, which is a very late game against the Kings. I think it's at 10 o'clock, and that's on Amazon Prime. Let's not forget that. It might be. I don't know if it's on my League Pass or Amazon, but I have both. Doesn't matter. Saturday, they play the Warriors. I will not be able to do Saturday's game. I have plans with a friend. We'll be hanging out and going to the UFC as well. So Saturday is completely out. My apologies, but it's somebody I haven't seen in a long time. So, in years. So very important for me to get together with a buddy of mine. And we'll be back for I think we play the Warriors twice. I think we play them again on Monday on NBA TV. I will be back for that game. And we'll be good for every game for the rest of the season except for a game on March 29th for the next UFC. Or for UFC Fight Night. Robert, good evening to you. Chris Mortensen passed away. I had no idea. Teams do look scared to go into the paint when Wemby there, as they should be, Dr. Phil. He's leading the league in shot blocking. Even if he doesn't block your shot, he's going to affect it. You'll be at the Golden State Warrior game on the 11th. Nice. You got O'Malley or Cheeto. I know Cheeto beat him before Diego, but wasn't O'Malley hurt in that one? So Sugar, Shane O'Malley's who I'm going with. Rich, when we play, I know he played all the fourth quarter. Wait, in back-to-back games? Well, he did against the Thunder, so that was a home game. And if we need him, we should definitely play the whole quarter. Did I just see Malcolm Branham do a good job on defense? Hello there. He's been playing better. And Keith, yes, it does help the channel. I'm very excited to see what happens over the next 3 years with our channel because the Spurs have only been a losing team. They've got the franchise now with Wemby. Miss TSR will be joining the channel at some point later this year. Just for I've mentioned the Shaq and the Fool reactions with me. She loves Shaq and the Fool. Who doesn't? That's a bucket for the Pacers. And with the Spurs growing, with adding her in, doing the Shaq and the Fools, with adding the Giants shorts. And I'm making New York Giants content. It'll just be shorts. I figure that's the better way to do it. So the last two videos I put up, I'm going to condense into shorts. I'm not good at doing Giants videos where I'm talking for like 8 to 10 minutes. That's okay. Siakam pull-up is in and out. Branham with the ball. Spurs up 12-5. 7.5 minutes ago. Branham will bring it up the court for San Antonio. Drops it off to Devin Vassell. Vassell gets into Wemby in the paint, and he's going to immediately get fouled. What's up, Odyssey? Good evening to you. I like Branham too. Listen, I root for everybody in this channel. Some folks say, man, you don't like Trey Jones, do you? I'm like, I like Trey. I just don't think he's our franchise point guard. And I always say after that, I hope he proves me wrong. Anybody that's struggling, I hope that they prove me wrong. The Prune, I'm watching on NBA TV. I don't know where else it is. Jones runner in the paint, no good. Halliburton bringing up the court, gets in the paint, passes it out for three, and the corner three, Nisip is no good. Malachi Branham with the rebound. Branham will bring it up for San Antonio, rocking a black headband. Drops it off to Wemby. Wemby back to Branham in the paint. Branham off the glass. And do we have another timeout? Don McDermott's out, right calf injury. Can Bear, Baby Yoda, and Grogu sub interference? You know, Miss TSR actually said with me being out this Saturday, she's like, maybe I can call the game for it. I was like, really? And she's like, maybe I'm not ready for that. I was like, maybe not. You haven't been on the channel yet, and your first appearance on the channel is going to be being alone calling the game? That's a lot of responsibility. Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Indiana Pacers down 14-5. Saquon Barkley to the Texans? Is that rumored? Who's saying they want Trey Jones at the point guard? No, MEZ. A few folks feel like he can be the guy. I don't. I hope I'm wrong. I don't think he's the guy. Siakam in the paint, jumper over Sohan and Wemby's good. 14-7. Spurs are still doubled up on the Pacers. Branham with the ball. Back to Wemby. Wemby will get it back to Devin Vassell. Plenty of time on the shot clock, 12 seconds. Wemby would have Devin would have screamed from Wemby. Gets it back to Trey. Trey over to Devin. Devin's going to start to drive into the paint. And a very awkward-looking layup. No good. Pacers on the run. Siakam will bring it up for Indiana. Drops it off to Halliburton for three. No good. Miles Turner with the offensive rebound. Siakam with the ball again. Into the paint. Out to Turner. Turner's going to pull up for the J. No good. Pacers offense is... We're not playing great defense. We're not playing bad defense, but the Pacers are missing a lot of shots, which I'm fine with. Wemby's going to start to drive, gets in the paint. Fadeaway jumper. That was not his best shot. Jakob Poeltl hurt? What's going on, J Money? Turtle power hurt. Miles Turner into the paint, spins around, and loses the ball. That's a turnover for the Pacers. Spurs got numbers. Yeah, doesn't matter. Or does it? Because Devin Vassell just hit a corner three. They had a fast break, but Devin went over and lined up in the corner. Trey got it to him. Three-pointer. Hey, we'll take it. Devin with 6 points in the first quarter on 2 of 5 shooting. Tyrese Halliburton going to drop it off to Turner. Turnover to Nesmith. Nesmith loses the ball out of bounds. Turnover for the Pacers, and the Pacers offense looks very discombobulated right now. Miss TSR needs her minutes restriction reduced. That's a good one, Edgar. Right now, her minute restriction is 0 because she hasn't been on the channel, but she will at some point. Keldon Johnson rocking a black headband tonight, and I do find headband Keldon does seem to play better than no headband Keldon. Did Wemby make a three tonight? I don't think so. Zach Collins is checked in. Hopefully he can be the Zach Collins we've seen as of late because we need him to play off the bench to maintain leads. Devassell pull-up jumper off the glass. Banks it. Channeling his inner Tim Duncan. Good evening, Johnny. Thank you for stopping in. Hand injury. Thanks, J Money. Talk to the hand. And the ball's going to get knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Spurs ball. Maybe. Who's the dude with the glasses? Jalen Smith checks in. Nice Eric Dickerson goggles. I like it. Yeah, I didn't think he hit a three, Bacano. Yeah, Bobo, he usually rests around... He is playing more minutes. Resting around the 5-minute mark. Nice swap by Trey Jones to cause that to go out of bounds. It is Pacers ball, though. They have plenty of time on the shot clock, 12 seconds. Wemby needs a rest, because he's missed the fourth quarter. So we'll save him for the fourth quarter. KJ McConnell's checked in for the Pacers. Obi Toppin is checked in. Oh, it's right here. Benedict Mathurin's checked in. I think Devassell's getting a Band-Aid. If anybody cares, yes, he is. Machine 78, thank you for stopping in. Okay, playing Suns tonight, who are without Booker. Booker T. Kokoshiba, we are playing good. That's all I asked from the team this year. I wasn't expecting playoffs. Playoffs going to win a game first. I just wanted them to be good. Still in a timeout, maybe for Devassell's Band-Aid. Well, Grogu's going to rub his cut for good luck. Using the force to heal Devin Vassell. Okay. And while screwing around with Baby Yoda there, Grogu, the Pacers just turned it over. Spurs ball. Blake Wesley checking in for San Antonio. Will we see a Jamare Bouye sighting tonight? Bouye. He has a fun name. Bouye for three. Booyah! That's a three for Bouye. Jeremy Sun with the ball right now for the Spurs 10 on the shot clock. Starts to drive into the paint. And passes it right to TJ McConnell. He's not on your team, Jeremy. McConnell, fast break layup. Good. And I think Pop can call timeout. Pop did not like that one. The Pacers are playing terrible. J-Money, Dominic Barlow got promoted to an NBA contract, so he should be there, but I can't see him on the bench from where the camera angle was. Good evening, Three Beards. No idea, Toby. Waiting for the Pacers to actually start playing. That's going to be scary. Jason, you can move. How's it going, Selena? Doing good over there? People want to see you move. See, she can move. She's doing a little dance. Go, Spurs, go. Go, Spurs, go. See, she moves.
When you're ready, come and get it. Na, 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 na.
Thank you for joining me today, Selena. And if you ain't down with what used to be a Spurs fan, not to refuse anymore, being on the channel, we got two words for you.
Sucker!
I am kind of hungry right now, I'm not going to lie. Luckily, I have only healthy food in my house. Well, actually, I have, all my snacks are healthy for once. Halliburton is going to go off eventually. Yes, Odyssey is, but as long as we... Selena voice, right, then it dropped a whole lot, huh? We're at a commercial break. You know what time it is? Levitating, baby. Coyote, coyote, coyote. Levitating, baby. Coyote. My best little buddy in the world. Boop, boop. Adorable. Ain't he cute? I mean, come on. Look at baby coyote. Whoop. Almost not levitating baby coyote. How many games have I done consecutively, Philip? I've missed 2 games so far, so I don't know. I have no idea what the streak is. I did all of the Summer League, all of preseason, and my first game missed, I think it was a Rockets game. I had an eye infection, so it wasn't by choice. I would have done that one. There's been a couple. The next 2 games I'm missing, I have plans. Life happens. So if everything pans out, we should have done 78 regular season games plus all the regular season and summer league. So that'd be about 90 or 91 Spurs games a season. If they made the playoffs, obviously we cover them too. Cooper Flag and Wemby would be interesting. It would, Bobo, especially since my girlfriend is not a Cooper Flag fan since he went to Duke instead of UConn. So she kind of feels this way about Cooper Flag these days. That being said, if we got him, I would be ecstatic. Spurs ball up by 10. Zach Collins with the ball. 12 on the shot clock. Drops it off to Dan Vassell. Vassell throws across court to Blake Wesley. Wesley's going to drive baseline. We have 4 on the shot clock. Gets it back out to Vassell. Vassell will take off into the paint. Pull up jumper right around the elbow. No good. Jalen Smith with the board. Halliburton with the ball right now for the Pacers. Get it to TJ McConnell. Just going to run in and right back out of the paint. Now he's just going to launch a jumper from the free throw line. Good. 8-point game. Clippers beat the Wolves 89-88. You just got a Wemby jersey, Otis. Drive by Kelman. Just missed the layup, although I'd rather see him attack the rim than be passive. And now a steal by Blake Wesley. Just rips the ball of the Pacers and flies up the court.
Thunder dunk of justice.
Wesley with the steal, and then the coast-to-coast dunk. Just flew up the court, and nobody got in his way. That's a missed 3. What a beautiful play by that. Might be Wesley's best play of the year right there. Just calls the ball, jumper in the paint. Good. Wow. That play by Blake threw me off. Not necessarily the steal, but the fact he just took it. TJ McConnell drives in the paint and gets the layup and just went coast to coast and threw it down. And nobody wanted to get in his way. Okay. Nice defense, Pacers. You guys did say their defense is pretty bad. Wesley in the paint and a layup. I think he's going to throw it down again. They cannot keep up with Blake Wesley. Blake, you've been struggling. Time to shine tonight. And maybe, just maybe, I'm speculating, with the Spurs signing a point guard, granted on a 2-way contract, but signing a point guard, maybe that's got Blake going, I need to get my butt in gear. Oh, Wesley is great. When he's playing under control, he is incredibly fast. Greetings, Vincent. Thank you for stopping in. Blake is the next Tyrese Maxey. I don't know enough about Tyrese Maxey to compare it to him. Guy's showing the Blake dunk right now. Bennett Mathurin kind of tried to defend it. Blake was just literally running straight up the court from rim to rim. They just showed that play like 4 times. Wow. Spurs broadcast team's really loving that play. Is Wemby top 5 favorite Spur already? Okay. I thought you were saying top 5 Spur of all time. I was like, no way. We can't put him top 5 already. I mean, Duncan, Robinson, Ginobili, Parker, Gervin, just off the top of my head. You might not like him. Kawhi's still ahead of him. But top 5 favorite? No, I can't put him there yet. I can't. You know, David's my favorite. That goes without saying. That'll never change, probably. But the big 3, right there. And that's already 4 players. And, you know, Sean Elliott would still be ahead of Wemby. I enjoyed Sean's career with the Spurs. Was devastated when he was traded to Detroit, and then ecstatic when he came right back. And a lot of the other guys have been with the team. Wemby's probably top 10 now, though. Yeah, probably top 10. He's probably going to be my favorite player on the Spurs sooner than later. It was Kelvin, but Wemby's going to probably take that title, if you will, call title. That's a miss for the Pacers, by the way. 2 minutes of change to go. Spurs ball. Zach Collins will drop it off to Wesley. We'll get it over to Kelvin. Kelvin looking to get into Zach Collins. Let him a little too much on the pass. Collins would have had an easy shot in the paint. Pass is a little off. Turnover by the Spurs. So all it took was getting rid of Slug McDormand for this team to... Wow, no love for Doug McDermott. Trae Young, Otis, a lot of people want Trae Young and Wemby. A lot of Spurs fans are salivating at the thought of Trae Young coming to the Spurs. Dang, we cannot stop TJ McConnell from getting in the paint. Just drive right in, get the layup. Bucket. Spurs ball. Blake Wesley over to Chetty Osman, who's checked in. And now a little defense by Obi Toppin knocking the ball out of bounds, but it'll stay with San Antonio. Minute 36. That's what we used to do to teams. Steph Curry in today's L for ball. Wow, Steph Curry. That's actually a great quote. That's what we used to do to teams. I like that. It's very honest. Wesley with the ball, 4 on the shot clock, gets it over to Chetty. Chetty just launches a 3. Wow. That was... Ooh, what the hell? Bennett Mathurin was just flying up the court. Ran Blake Wesley over, and that's going to go against Blake. At least Collins was maintaining the lead. There you go. Lillard should have become a Spur. Caps lock, a little too old. I mean, Damian Lillard can still ball, but what was he, 33, 34? I'm torn on Trae Young because there's a part of me that feels like that might happen this offseason, and I worry that he's going to make us a mid-team, but not, first free throw is no good, by the way, by Bennett Mathurin. I don't know if he instantly makes us a contender, and my other concern is how much draft capital are we going to have to give up for him? I assume more than what we got in for DeJounte Murray, so that's going to be giving Atlanta their 2 first-round picks back, the pick swap back, and then do we have to give up one of our own picks? So is Trae Young worth 4 first-round picks? Second free throw was good. I don't know. Plus, he just had hand surgery. I don't know if it was on his shooting hand. Zach Collins drives in the paint, takes maybe an extra step, misses the layup. Jalen Smith with the rebound. It will be Pacers ball. Quick pull-up 3 down the other end is in and out for Obi Toppin. Spurs rebound. Blake Wesley will bring it up with his mouthpiece hanging out of his mouth. Put that in your mouth, guy. Collins in the paint. Loses the ball. Chetty Osman picks up the loose ball. Back to Devin Vassell, 12 on the shot clock. Devin back to Zach Collins. Collins drives in the paint. Throws it up off the glass. No good. Going to get fouled. One line for 2. David Robinson over Tim Duncan. You don't hear that much. Because you probably won't. Robinson on his own. Didn't have any playoff success. Duncan is a 5-time champion. Or do you mean favorite player? Oh, eliminate. You might be. David's my favorite player. I would not be a Spurs fan if it wasn't for David Robinson. I started watching the NBA in 1990. This guy was not in the NBA. Collins misses the first free throw. No, John Lou, they won't. We're going to have, I think we have the best picks available for Trae Young. Oh, John, that crowd was awesome. Miss TSR, and I rewatched the fourth quarter because I didn't watch it with sound on when I called the game. And, I figured I'd show it to her. And yeah, that crowd at the end was amazing. I wish I could have been there. 26-16. Mathurin, 1-on-1 with Wesley. Step back 3. A little short. Collins with the rebound. Done. Yeah. Which free agents are... No, I really haven't looked into it. I don't pay a ton of attention to that during the season because I don't know what's going to happen during the season. I'd like to see where our draft position is before I start looking at free agents. If we get the number 1 overall pick, that totally changes everything. Keldon with the ball out to Devin Vassell. Vassell, pull-up jumper. Off the rim, no good. Pacers going to have the last shot. Mathurin's going to have to take a half-court 3. He'll take it. Nope. Spurs are going to take a 10-point lead into the second quarter. Or, wait. I have one too many points on the board. 26-16. I don't know what happened there. Spurs will take a 10-point lead. My bad. I must have hit a double tap one of my buttons that raises the score. Joe Rana, good evening to you. I think we give them Keldon and their 2 firsts. I don't think that's enough. I think it's going to be more than that. I think it's going to be 3 first rounds, maybe 4, plus Keldon. Seriously, they're going to want a Pirates ransom for Trae Young. I truly feel that's going to be the case. D-Rob looked like a proud Yeah, he did 3 beers. I can't believe I reacted to that video, to that little speech, and I think I was just so engrossed in just watching it. I didn't even say there's my guy David Robinson. That's why in the comments I said my boy D-Rob was happy. I was like, why didn't I say anything? I don't do a lot of reaction type stuff, so hopefully I get better as we're playing. This is obviously a reaction too, but I'm calling the game. But reacting to somebody else calling the game, I'm not used to. I can't believe my daughter turns 24 tomorrow. Well, hey now. I had no idea, Dr. Phil. Happy birthday to her. This draft is not good. Bacano is not the strongest draft. JBG, Bouye will probably be in Austin. He'll be in Austin. When he actually plays for San Antonio, don't know. Pacers are sitting at 8 in the East. This will be a solid win. If they do win Caps Lock, yes, this will be a very good win. That'd be 2 playoff caliber teams with the Spurs win, having 2 wins over playoff caliber teams in a row. So that would be great. Kelvin and Graham and Jones for Trae Young. No, they're going to want their first. J Money, I guarantee this. If I'm wrong, then I don't know. The Hawks are going to want those two first unprotected first-round picks back for Trae Young. It only makes sense. If they're trading Trae Young, they're committing to a rebuild. You cannot rebuild your team with no draft picks. Math ain't mathin'. They're going to want those 2 first-round picks back, maybe the pick swap. They're going to want a lot for Trae Young. Imagine drafting Sarr and going after Trae. Does Alexander Sarr help us? I know we're all salivating at the thought of the Eiffel Towers, Twin Towers 2.0. Doesn't that kill our floor spacing? Sarr doesn't shoot the 3, does he? Is he going to work with Wemby? Is that front line going to work? I don't know. Would Cody Williams be a better fit with the team? For this draft, I don't think we can just look at BPA. We also look who's going to fit best with Wemby. The FBW. My goodness, TJ McConnell's on fire. A little pull-up jumper from the baseline is good. We can't stop him for anything. We're in the second quarter, by the way. Wesley will pass it out to Kelvin. Kelvin fakes the 3. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Forces it in the Wemby. Not forced it. That ended up being an alley-oop. My bad.
Thunder dunk of justice.
Sean Elliott just said it too. That pass was low, and Wemby still finished the play. And that's it. Double dribble by Jalen Smith. Wow, a rare double dribble call. I take Trey Jones for backup point guard in Milwaukee. Good evening, Leo. No, it doesn't kill the floor spacing. We have Soen playing there, and he can't. The thing is, though, Lance, my bad. If the Spurs draft Sarr, I could see them starting Wemby, Sarr, and Sohan. I think they continue to start Sohan if they draft Sarr, which would be a nightmare for floor spacing. Brandon for 3. Back rim, no good. Long rebound will fall into the hands of Kelvin. He'll chuck a 3. No good. I want Reed Shepard or Rob Dillingham. Rob Dillingham's name has come up a lot. And Isaiah Collier's stock has dropped a lot on draft boards. We're going to have a foul on the Spurs off the ball. 28-18. The Pacers offense cannot get it going yet. Does Sarr shoot 3 to play in mind? Is he actually a decent 3-point shooter? I hope it's the Lakers that end up with Trae Young. Spurs fans need to realize we have 2025 more protected first-round pick of Atlanta. Yes, Wemmy. We have 2 unprotected first-round picks and a pick swap, 25, 26, and 20. Obi Toppin drives baseline and just throws it down. Those picks could be incredibly valuable if Trae Young leaves the Hawks. Brandon in the paint. Out to Wesley. Wesley over to Kelvin for 3. Come on, Kelvin. McConnell drives in the paint, misses. The follow-up is good, and it's just a 6-point game. The Pacers offense is waking up, and Papa's going to call a timeout. Cooper Flag and Dylan Harper. Is that the 2025 draft, Wendy? No, sorry. It's not a good shooter. I thought in his scouting report I read he's not a big shooter. Hey, when we find out when the Spurs are drafting, I will do scouting reports of some of the players that are projected to go around our draft position. I didn't do that last draft because I didn't need to. We had the first overall pick. There was no doubt in anybody's minds that Wemby was going to be selected by the San Antonio Spurs. This year, it's definitely very gray on who we may pick, so I'll still do coverage on that. Actually, while you guys here in the chat, a quick question. It seemed like a lot of you enjoyed, or at least watched, the video I did on Jamari Bouye. When we sign a player that's relatively unknown, like a Jamari Bouye, do you like that content where I pull up his original scouting report if he's a younger player, show some highlights, look at what he's done in the NBA, and then give my 2 cents so that we kind of get an idea of what he's about and what he can maybe bring to the Spurs? Because a lot of times we'll sign guys I've never heard of, and I don't usually do videos on them. Well, I decided to do the Bouye video, which was a lot of fun, and I thought, I should do more stuff like that, because if we're signing these guys that I've never heard of, maybe you've never heard of, maybe TSR can do a little research for us and put a video up on who this guy is. When we have 0 blocks, that'll change. Oh, that's an anomaly. That will change. Wemby versus Boble hasn't happened yet. We play the Suns twice next month, I believe. Or this month. It's March. Star will allow Wemby to move to 4 at times. Wemby needs another rim protector. I mean, our rim protection would be great. Johnny says yes. You try using Tankathon Machine. I see some people use it for the tanking teams. Yes, all information is good. Yes, for a short presentation, new players. Okay, yeah, okay. I enjoy doing that. Thank you, Raymond. I've never heard of him, and I'm sure a lot of people were commenting, who? And I was like, you know what? We sign a lot of these guys to 2-way contracts throughout the season. I like researching them. I mean, he's got a lot of positives. Jamari Bouye, he can shoot. Watch the video I put up, Gavin put up yesterday. The guy can shoot, and he can shoot from long range, but his game hasn't translated to the NBA yet. He's been on fire in the G League lately, so the Spurs had an open roster spot and took a chance. With Marcus Morris being released, he's off the team, and I assume they're taking the exception with Charles Bassey's injury. That gave him a spot to promote Dominic Barlow to the NBA contract and get actually, no, maybe we still have an open roster spot. I don't think we have taken the Charles Bassey injury exception. We might have an open roster spot. We're just not using it. Shoot. Headman Grover, what do you think? Spurs ball, 10 on the shot clock. Wemby with the ball, starts to drive, gets in the paint. Throw it down.
Thunder dunk of justice.
Nice, Bill. Oh, mama, Wembayama. Wemby with 8 points. 4 of 6 shooting. Here's Pacers ball. Jalen Smith will pass it back out to Aaron Neesmith, who's checking in. He'll drop it off to Bennett McThorne. He gets there. Blocked by Wemby. Blake Wesley on the fast break. Gets blocked from behind. Nice shot by Aaron Neesmith getting back in transition. I think that was Wesley who got blocked. 30-22, Spurs up. Oops, I forgot to give Wemby his dunk. Nice shot, Victor. Jared, by the way, good evening to you. Stan, thank you for stopping in. I like Bouye. Enjoyed your piece on. Thank you. That video did much better than I expected it to. Blake Wesley's at the line for 2. He was fouled on that dunk or that fast break. Made the first free throw. I think we'll do more content on that channel like this. And if the Spurs get an unknown or relatively unknown, that I feel that's my job as a content creator to do the research and present you my findings. 200 watching and only 27 likes? Really? Oh, that can't be right, Stan, is it? That's got to be. We got 84 likes. Whew, I was going to say, like, am I doing that bad of a job tonight? But I'd like us to get to 100 likes sooner than later. So if you could hit the thumbs up, he missed a second free throw. Dang it. Would appreciate you.
Go Spurs, go! Go Spurs, go!
You go, Wemby, Johnny. I agree. 31-22, 9 minutes and change to go in the first half. TJ McConnell drives on Blake Wesley. Will pass it out. 3-pointer by Siakam. Blake Wesley greater than Malachi Branham. Half a dozen one, 6 in the other. Wemmy's going to drive in the paint, guarded by Siakam. Get to DeSoan. He's also checked back in. Back to Wemby. Get on the shot clock. Wemby in the paint. Layup. And he just reaches right over Pascal Siakam. Siakam played fine defense there. Wemby's just so freaking tall and lengthy. And Wesley with the steal. Bad pass. Blake will bring out the court. Drops it off to Wemby. Wemby was fouled. I thought he turned it over. He was fouled. Blake chewing on his mouth guard. Looks like he's been working out with Curry. Phil, I can't stand that chewing on the mouth guard. Where's Bear? Lance, he's at home with Miss TSR Sports. To all my friends out there that have been asking about Bear, he was in his video debut last night. Now, Miss TSR didn't get a notification. Maybe you did not either. But the last YouTube short uploaded on the video is Bear giving his thoughts on our San Antonio Spurs. If you get a chance, make sure you watch it. It's only 23 seconds. What happened was perfect. I was working out, so I didn't know this was shot. I came upstairs after working out. Miss TSR was like, Bear's got something for you. Bear's got something. I'm like, what's she talking about? And then she showed me the video. Go Spurs, go to you, Crick. Go Spurs, go to everybody. Doug McDermott is out tonight, AJ. And thank you, Jared. Jared, you ready for the Yankees regular season? I should do New York Yankees videos. They might also just be shorts as well. If you see on the channel the recent 2 New York Giants videos I did take down temporarily. I just don't like doing long-form videos on the Giants like I do the Spurs, the 8 to 10-minute videos. I prefer shorts, so I'm going to take the 2 videos I did and convert them down to shorts. That's a layup, and it's 35-27. Only focus on the game. Trey Jones with the ball. He's back in for the Spurs. Gets it over to Sohan. Sohan's going to drive to the post and right back out of it. Gets the ball to Victor. Wemby in the paint. Out to Branham, and Branham's going to throw it away. That was tipped out. Cooper Flag, college player, Bacano. I believe he was the top-rated prospect coming out of high school this year. Or last year. This year. I don't think he started his college career yet. I'm getting confused, I think. Toppin almost with a steal. We have only 3 on the shot clock. Trey Jones going to get the... We got to shoot! Shot clock violation. Dr. Phil just... Oops. Dr. Phil just watched it. Thank you, Phil. Yes, you called him TS Bear. So, Phil, if you watch that video, when Bear does what he does, so I don't want to spoil it, she said it took everything she could to not laugh. So that's why the video, she kind of... Sounds like she may have forgot the channel's name, but why me with another block? We got a fast break. Trey Jones gets to Kelvin. Kelvin with the little layup. Back to a 10-point game. 110 likes. Keep the like machine going. Let's bring some new Spurs fans in here. The way to do that, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Love growing our community. You guys are awesome. The best Spurs community on YouTube. And all I ask is for a like and subscribe. Oh, we topping. Victor's so much fun to watch. And remember, and I've said this in a video before, this is the worst version, except for when, he's old Wemby, when he's Wemby grandma. This is the worst version of Victor we're going to see. He's only going to get better. And when the Spurs get better around him, watch out. Victor's checking out right now. He'll probably come back in the last 2 or 3 minutes of the second. Pacers ball down by 10. The Pacers offense has been anemic tonight. Kyle Burton almost loses the ball out of bounds. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Tyrese in the paint. The runner rolls off the rim, and Trey Jones will bring it up the court for the Spurs. Just nothing really working tonight for the Pacers. Kelvin wide open for 3. In and out. Kelvin cannot buy a shot tonight. Halliburton will get it to Siakam. Siakam throws it down. What's your favorite basketball movie, TSR? Militano, Burner, Count. Favorite basketball movie? Zach Collins pull-up jumper off the glass, no good. I don't think I own any basketball movies. I gotta think about that. Does White Men Can't Jump count? TJ McConnell, another jumper. He's been on fire. Yeah, Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson are just so much fun in that movie. Would that count? Since it's just like a pickup game basketball, it's not NBA. Yeah, it doesn't cover the NBA. Zach Collins with the ball spins around Siakam. He gets in the paint and throws a little jumper off the glass. Zach, why don't you dunk that, buddy? Siakam with the ball on the other end gets into the paint, into the post. Double teamed. Over to Turner. Turner with the awkward shot off the glass. No good. Bodies are going to hit the floor. I think a whistle's going to be on the Spurs. The Pacers actually had the second best offensive rating. Diego, they're struggling tonight. Fletcher says good evening to you. Good evening to everybody that haven't said hi to. That's a cute dog. Couldn't hear your girlfriend. Can't listen to you both. Well, you guys mute me for 23 seconds, Stan. I would take offense. Blue chips was good. That's not with Shaq, right? Lots of contact and Spurs ball. All right, well, let him play. Good. Kevin Bay. I don't know if I've seen that air up there watching a guy. Toby, I'm not on board on the Trae Young coming here. I'm part of the. I mean, if he comes here, I will root for him, of course. I think I'd rather have Atlanta's picks. If Trae Young leaves that team, they're gonna suck, and we have unprotected 25 and 27 first round picks plus a pick swap in 26. To sell the ball right now for the Spurs into the paint, layup. I didn't block. I was blocked. Missed everything. And now leave to Siakam, and a huge dunk by Pascal. 6-point game. Trey Jones will bring it up for San Antonio. About 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Trey with a pick and roll on Collins, with Collins. Trey in the paint, throws up a very awkward layup, and the ball gets stuck. The ball is stuck on top of the... It's stuck. Flex assists, hey, movies are very much personal taste. Like, I like Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Van Damme. Some of you might not like any of their movies. That's what I grew up with. How about Air Bud? I haven't seen Air Bud. Yeah, I might even put Space Jam on the list. How can I mean, Jordan was just Jordan, not Space Jam 2, Space Jam 1. Thank you, Smith and West 93. Thank you for stopping in. Nice, Victor Wembanyama. Zach Collins drives in the paint, throws up off the glass, and scores because of your comment. Marauders, he sheds a lot. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's a miss in the paint by Andrew Nembhard. Put back is no good by Turner. Spurs ball 41-33. Bears a shedding machine. I have seen basketball. Brandon with the miss. Basketball. That's a funny one. I don't know if that counts as a basketball movie. And now a turnover by Nembhard. Brandon with the ball. Pacers are playing really unpacer-like tonight. Trey out to Brandon. Brandon drives in the paint. The runner is short. Tips it over to Collins. Spurs get the ball back. Jeremy Simon flies in the paint. He's going to throw up a layup. No good. Gets his own miss back. Okay, very chaotic possession right now for the Spurs. Brandon with the ball. Fakes the three. Starts to drive into the paint. Layup. Okay. Not how we wrote it up. Pacers going to call timeout, but we scored, right? Everybody's coded. I will say my favorite basketball documentary, and sorry, Spurs fans, it's not a Spurs documentary. I gotta say, oh shoot, now I'm forgetting the name of it. The ESPN thing on the Bulls. The Last Dance. The Last Dance was... I really enjoyed The Last Dance. That was phenomenal. I don't think that counts as a basketball movie, but it was great. You can see the energy change from our... Yes, Flexor says, you know what? Coming home from that rodeo road trip, I think being in front of our crowd, our fans, I think is really boosting the team. And they've got to be tired of losing. They need, 9 more wins to not be the worst Spurs team of all time? It's going to be exceptionally difficult, but that doesn't mean it can't happen. The Spurs team last year pulled off some wins at the end of the year. Teams will be resting guys. If guys are dinged up, playoff teams won't be playing them, so we might be able to steal some wins here and there. And maybe get 21 wins and still finish as the third worst team and get a good draft pick. Win-win by everybody. They're playing like it's scripted. The Pacers' last 2 games, they've been burning up the scoreboard. Top and Halburn are on a tear, and now they sputter against the Spurs. Scripted? Do you think the NBA wants the 12-win Spurs to be smoking a contender? I would say probably not. My favorite basketball video game was 2K11. Wow. Was it Netflix that did The Last Dance, Don? I thought it was ESPN. Was it... Did Netflix do it and then ESPN... I watched it on ESPN. Did it debut on ESPN for like a week and then come off? I don't remember. Dang. David Robinson, legend of like 2 seconds, like Mike. The HBO miniseries about the Lakers in the 70s, early 80s was really good. Winning Time. I haven't seen Winning Time, Three Beards. I also don't have HBO. ESPN first, okay. Federal Flight, aloha to you. Yes, so far going good. Netflix mass distributed, okay. Enzo, the Spurs can win this. They can. When they're all playing together, playing solid basketball, when they're playing Spurs basketball, first and foremost, they've shown us they can beat good teams. They beat the Suns twice, beat the Timberwolves, recently beat the Thunder. These are playoff-bound teams. So, yes, they can win, but Wemby's got to be Wemby. Devin's got to play the guy we gave a huge contract extension to. Jeremy's got to play the 9th overall pick that we drafted him as. And then other guys got to step up, whether it's Trey, Kellen, Zach, or all of the above. But everybody needs to contribute, and we can win. The team's been very inconsistent this year. But so far, tonight, they've been playing solid. So second quarter has been our kryptonite as of late. But it was not against the Thunder. And so far tonight, not so much. Halliburton got blocked, I think, by Trey Jones and gets the ball back and gets the layup. Scripted, no. I don't think any sport's scripted per se, Diego. I would agree with that, although I think people do question the outcomes of games as Trey Jones gets to the paint and gets the layup. Or is that Brandon? I mean, Brandon, I'm sorry. I was looking at the chat, and right down the other end, fast break, Nembhard with the layup, good, 8-point game. But people question some calls that could affect games or non-calls. Zach Collins with the ball. I'm ready for Wemby to come back in, by the way. Just saying. Gets it over to Sohan, 10 on the shot clock. Jeremy thought about it, 3, pulls it down, tries to get it into Zach. Does get it to Zach. Zach getting all sorts of triple team, gets it back to Sohan. Sohan with the jumper in the paint. Good. Again, not how we scripted it, but it worked. Switchback, you think we're going to go after Tyus Jones? We're going to have both Joneses on the team? Mr. Jones and the Spurs? It is Pacers ball, 8 on the shot clock. Miles Turner will drop it off to Siakam. Pacers got 3 guys with headbands. That's triple headband power. That's a miss and a quick putback by Siakam. Pacers just hanging around, though. That's dangerous with this. This team can score points in bunches. Malachi Brandon with the ball into the paint. Turns it over. Medic Matherin drives at the court. And he's going to get fouled by Jeremy Sohan. We have 2 free throws coming up. Some female WWE wrestler at Frost Center. I probably won't be able to identify her hand over fist. I don't know anybody. I mean, I know Ronda Rousey is because I was a UFC fan. Is she still in the WWE? I've heard of Charlotte Flair. I could recognize Charlotte Flair. Webby's sick, getting ready to check back in. I've heard of Becky Lynch. I don't know if I'd recognize her. I've heard of Bayley. Don't know if I'd recognize her. I mean, I know the old ones, like, not old, but classics, like Trish Stratus, Stacy Keibler. It's like one of them there. I don't think we would have both the Jones. What's your favorite basketball? Oh, I never answered that. The last basketball game, don't hate me, because it's a sports channel, and I'm a huge Spurs fan, but the last basketball game I played was NBA Live 2006. I don't know if that series is still around, the NBA Live series by EA Sports. Of course, I'd always create myself, put myself on the Spurs, and, you know, average 40 points a game, 50 points a game, whatever it was. Wemby back in the game with the ball right now, spinning around, all sorts of craziness in the paint, throws it up off the glass. No good. Halliburton with the rebound. 6-point lead. The Pacers are in the bonus. And a little over 2 minutes to go in the first half. Pascal Siakam drives in the paint and passes it right to Devin Vassell. Not on your team. Vassell running the break in the paint. Euro step, layup. Hey, Seuss, the Pacers only can win. Gotcha, Switchblade. Pacers ball. Mathurin going to throw it up and in. That's an and one. We taking off after All-Star. Going to need a separate doc for this part. What? EA Sports. It's in the game. I used to love EA Sports games. Yeah, I mean, I'm old school when it comes to basketball video games. I remember first playing Lakers versus Celtics for the Genesis. And gosh, Frank Brakowski was still on the Spurs back then. You know Frank Brakowski is your old school. Jordan versus Bird back in the day. Had an Atari 2600 basketball game. I think it was just called Basketball. Traveling turnover for the Spurs. Spurs coming apart here a little bit at the end of the second quarter. That was on Devin Vassell. By the time I am getting old. Pedro, thank you for stopping in, Pacers fan. And you're welcome. Right now, Raptors are 7th and tanking. Sam, hope it stays that way. Edgar, some Spurs fans don't want the pick this year. I think that, honestly, I think another foul on the Spurs. My goodness, we can't do anything now without getting fouls. I'd like to see a replay. Pop is fired up right now. Kellen's, what the did I do wrong? Can I at least see the replay? I named my third at the line for 2. How about just AAA? AJ, I can show you the game. Just for you.
Sucker!
Missed the first one. Ball don't lie. Let me look at the replay. Kellen's hand was on his hip. A ticky-tack foul. That's what they call in today's NBA. I don't think he pushed him. Just his hand was on him. And that's enough. Mick TSR, the Prune. What's up? West TV, thank you for stopping in. Look, I love basketball. It's my favorite sport to play. It's what got me in shape. I did a video on it a long time ago. Maybe even saved my life when I was a teenager. That being said, I just wish... And the NBA is actually looking into this for Adam Silver. It's too easy to score now. They do need to let them play a little more defense. We have, 5 or 6 guys averaging over 30. Devasell, mile-long 3. Total Brick City. Turner with the rebound. 4-point game. Mather with the ball. Guarded by Wemby. Okay. And he didn't want it. Nemhard for 3. It's now a 1-point game. We have let the Pacers right back in it. This should be our best lineup. Not always. Trey Jones in the paint. Gets to Vassell. Vassell misses the shot. Gets the ball back. Now turns it over. A scramble for the ball. And Trey Jones and Bennett Mathurin wrestling on the ground. Jump ball. Just took Keldon out of lineup. Can't shoot. Can't score. Can't defense. Hello there. He's been struggling. You made a 5'5" player in NBA Live 2004. 5'5". Why would you make a little guy? Unless that's your height. I'm sorry. That sounded mean. I'm 6'4", so 5'5" to me sounds short for a male. That is average. In some parts of the world. I'm kidding. What? It's like... It's not the size of the dog, but where is it? The ball's gonna go out of bounds. What's it? There's a fight with dog, the size of the dog, the fight. I don't know. Size doesn't matter. There you go. We have a chance to lose the lead here, Spurs fans. And of course, it's shortly after I said, we're actually not too playing bad in the second quarter. Usually gets us. Keldon in the paint, out to Wemby, corner 3. Thank you, Wemby. Thank you, Victor. Stop the bleeding. And the shot clock's going to be off. There's actually exactly was 24 seconds on the ball when the Pacers got it, so they can hold for the last shot. Yeah, Phil, it feels like that. Took a poop and came back and the lead is gone. Nice Kokoshivo. Let's not lose the faith. The second quarter's been bad for us, so we've made it through it. Turner for 3. Nope. Vassell at the rebound. Half court 3. Hey, it's a 4-point lead. It's not how deep you fish, it's how you wiggle your worm. I have not heard that. Size of the fight, yeah, it's not the size of the dog, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Thank you, Pedro. I could not pull it. I could not get it out. Raphael, I'm sorry, I had a feeling you're 5'5" after I was saying that. I mean, height doesn't matter. Hey, you know what, Raphael, you got an advantage. You don't bump your head on everything. Being tall has its problems too. I can't fit in certain cars. I hit my head. In fact, I can't even go on certain rides in amusement parks. I kid you not. I was at when I lived in Virginia. What the heck was it? Not Six Flags. The place, I can't remember the name of the theme park in Virginia. Off like exit 98 or 100 on 95. Shoot. Whatever. But I went to a ride, and they have the stick. If you're too short, well, they went like this, and a second stick came out, a measuring stick, and they're like, sorry, sir, you're too tall. I'm like, okay. King's Dominion. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. King's Dominion. That's it. Props. I could not pull King's Dominion for the life of me. When I worked at Geico back in the day, they always had family fun days at King's Dominion, so I would go every year just hang out with friends, ride the coasters, etc. My favorite ride there was the Volcano. They got rid of that. That was an incredible roller coaster. I'm very sad that it's gone. Dangerous too, but aren't all coasters? Let's pull up the halftime stats for our San Antonio Spurs and our opponent, the Indiana Pacers. Who is playing well? All right, for the Pacers, Siakam with 11, Nesmith with 0, Turner with 3, Nembhard with 5, and Halliburton with 4. We've kept Tyrese Halliburton in check. He's 2 of 6 from the field, and Miles Turner is 1 of 7. He's having a really rough game tonight. Off the bench, Toppin with 2, Smith with 2, Mathurin with 7, who's really keeping the Pacers in the game. TJ McConnell, fantastic off the bench, 14 points in 11 minutes on 7 of 8 shooting, also 3 assists. Props to TJ McConnell, really keeping the Pacers in this game. For our San Antonio Spurs, Sohan with 4 points, Wemby with 15 points on 6 of 9 shooting, plus 5 boards, 1 assist, 2 blocks. Does have 2 turnovers. Trey Jones with 0. He's 0 for 2, has 3 assists and no turnovers, but 0 for 2 with no points ain't going to cut it. Vassell with 10, Branham with 9. Vassell really taking a lot of shots today. He's 4 of 13. Well, hey now. Off the bench production is a little here and there tonight. Collins with 7. He's actually playing well. Osman with 0 on 1 shot. Kellen having a rough shooting night. Only 2 points on 1 of 5 shooting. Over 3 from beyond the arc. Does have 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and no turnovers. So he's at least contributing a little there, but not giving us much in the way of scoring. And that's why he went to the bench, so we could have some scoring off the bench. Blake Weatherly, on the other hand, has been playing very well. 5 points in 8 minutes, 1 rebound, 1 steal, no assists, no turnovers. Oddly enough, not getting the assists. Of course, if your fellow teammates are not making their shots, it is hard to get an assist. The Spurs are shooting, not having a great night from beyond the arc. Only 29%, 4 of 14. You know what? The Pacers are just as bad, 3 of 15, which is 20%. Spurs outscored the Pacers 26-16 in the first quarter. Pacers outscored us in the second quarter, 32-26. Spurs up 52-48. And we'll talk to the chat until the game comes back. Good evening, Aquavision. Hey, Babitz. While Spurs playing well late in season, remember when Sohan was running point? Trying to forget that. I live here in Richmond. Used to go to Kings Dominion all the time. Pedro's in Virginia. Okay. You guys been there? Franklin's been there? Okay. Cool. J Money, you're in the hospital? I hope you're okay. I have been to Busch Gardens, Pedro. There's the one in Virginia Beach, correct? Although I don't think I've been to that Busch Gardens. Wemby will get 5 blocks before the night is out. Sounds good. Knicks lost, Brunson injured. Ooh. People that are 5 foot can play soccer. I can't play soccer either, though I'm probably way too tall. How does Trae Young leaving the Hawks help us? I thought they would suck and get their picks. That's what I feel the plan is, Toby. If they trade Trae Young, if they blow it up and trade Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, they're going to suck. We have unprotected picks next year and in 2027, plus a pick swap in 26. Those are going to be valuable. Brunson had to be carried off the court. Ooh. Penalty, good evening. It's going well. The Spurs are up by 4. Williamsburg. Well, I knew it was out that way. Wemby will get a quintuple double game this season. I don't know about this season. I do think he's going to get a quadruple double at some point in his NBA career. A quintuple, going to be difficult, especially since it's never been done before. That being said, Wemby's doing things that we've never seen done before. And I can't help but notice the more I research NBA players, is it just me? Or when they list their height, they're not going by their barefoot height, they're going by their with sneaker height. Like Wemby's listed at like 7'5". I believe he's 7'3" without shoes. Jamari Bouye, when I looked him up, it said like 6 something with shoes. I'm like, why do they keep saying with shoes? That's not part of your height. Why are we measuring people with their shoes on? So if I wear platforms, am I a 7-footer? I don't get it. My normal height's 6'4", so is my basketball height, if I'm wearing a good pair of basketball shoes, 6'6"? I need Wemby over 11.5 rebounds. Good luck, Matt. Yeah, I don't get going by the sneaker height. It feels very WWE to me, where they always like rounding way up. Like if a guy was like 6 foot and 200 pounds, he would be 6'3", 230, so he wouldn't sound like a really small guy. Leonardo from West Texas. Estefania, thank you for stopping in. No, Greg, if included turnovers, Russell Westbrook would have a whole ton of quadruple doubles because he's definitely hit points, assists, and rebounds. In quite a few occasions, he's hit it with had double-digit turnovers. Caesar, good evening to you. Giannis says he is 7'5". Oh, you didn't know? Good evening, Roy. I'm 5'6", so I need 14 inches. Do you guys think Wemby will get 12 plus rebounds? Matt, I forgot how many he has in this game. 5 boards. He tends to play more minutes in the second half, so it's going to be very close. Extremely close. Yeah, so actually, I think he said what shoes Smartimoni's 7'5". Sells 4-13. Yes, he needs a better second half. Eliza, good evening. Are you coming to watch the Spurs play this year? This year, no, I can't. I won't have the vacation time. Me and Miss TSR have vacation planned not to go to Texas. We have something planned later this year. Not this season, and I would have looked into it. But at the start of the season, the ticket prices were so inflated that it just really turned me off to going to a game. So not this season, maybe next season. Going to San Antonio might become maybe every other year or every 3 years type thing. It's not cheap to fly out there. It's not cheap to stay there. And depending on the Spurs are playing, the tickets might not be cheap either. The Spurs are competing Tycoon. Switchblade, I would say just about everybody's tradable on this team except for that guy. Yeah, Brandon's been playing, Malachi has been playing better as of late. How bad is Brunson? Are we talking are we worried that a torn ACL or ruptured Achilles, that type of leg injury where he had to be carried off the court? Dibben, we are. And yes, he did. No assists, Keith, but maybe when he was dishing the ball, the guys weren't making the shots. Noise Sparks, go Spurs, go to you. Who was playing well? Leonardo? I think Wemmy's always doing the Wemmy things. We're actually really not playing great tonight. The Pacers are just not playing great either. I can't really sit here and say, rifle off a list of players that are killing it tonight like you could with the Thunder game. The Pacers aren't playing great. And I don't think it's us really defensively at the moment. And we're not playing horrible defense. We're playing the defense we've been playing all year. I'm good with Wemby in and average at best with Collins in. The Pacers just can't hit their shots yet. They did do much better in the second quarter. The Pacers had 16 in the first, 32 in the second. If they keep putting up 32 points a quarter, the Spurs are going to have a hard time winning this game. So hopefully we can keep it going. And the Pacers defense is not good. So we're going to be able to score. Our guys are going to have to start making some shots. We have a lot of guys missing shots. Devin and Kelvin haven't really been getting it going. So I think that cue big. There we go. They need to get going. And I'm sure Wemby will step up because it's just Wemby. That dunk by Blake was great, Jeff. The steal and the coast to coast and the dunk, great. Noya, Wemby I think dunked it twice. Okay, hear me out. OKC has 2 firsts this year. How about we offer Kelvin, Zach, and the Toronto pick if it conveys for the 2 picks of the Thunder, 3 first-round picks instead of 2. Do you really think I don't think the Thunder are going to give those up, are they? Kelvin, Zach, and this. I mean, when do they're going to pick? Well, actually, they're picking late on one of those. I think I'd rather just keep the 7th pick. I just rather keep the 1 pick, Wemby. Barton had a significant knee issue after a jump shot he sat and held it looked significant. Oh. Who is Rayquan Gray? I don't know who that is, penalty. Wemby stat line, he has 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. Wait, does he have that much? I remember he had 15 points. He's on pace to drop 30. Of course, a lot of you said you'd like to see him drop 40. I would be totally fine with that. I don't think he's coming back, J-Money. Never trade with enemies. There is that too, Militano. I forgot about that. We don't trade with the Lakers. I can't see us trading with the Thunder. Delilah, see, I'm kind of torn. On one hand, I'd like to see Patty go to a playoff team, even though, yes, he is an NBA champion with the Spurs. I'd like to see him to go to a playoff team. And I think we have a roster spot still. The Charles Bassey injury exception, I think we could sign Patty, and certainly having a vet on the team would help us. And a lot of you have been saying, bring him in and then eventually put him on the coaching staff. Wilson, good evening to you. The draft isn't that good this year. I don't see why we want more picks. I wouldn't want 3 picks. That's way too many. Well, go Spurs go. Todd as well. You know what? Let's put a go Spurs go up. There's a lot of go Spurs goes. And we go, good evening. Yes, the quarter 3 should start any minuto now. They're putting up the scoreboard from today. I cannot believe, again, that the Celtics beat Golden State 140-88. And Steph Curry apparently in the postgame had to say that we used to do this to teams, which is a perfect comment. Patty might retire this season and join Pop's coaching staff. I'd be on board for that. If we were good, we'd be up by 20 like the... Well, we're not good right now, but we're trying. Give all our future first. Kelvin, Malachi, Blake, Wesley, Zach Thomas, protect. I would not do that. All our future first. Now you're just trolling. I like Tyrese Halliburton, but I'm not giving up 1, 2, 3, 4 players plus all our future first. When you say future, do you mean like the next 3 years? Can't do that. No, Melton, I don't want to do that game because somebody might not have watched all the series yet and wants to, so I don't like to do the spoiler thing. I've watched all 11 seasons. The first episode of the new Rick and Michonne show is free on Amazon, so I added that to my queue. I don't know if I'm going to watch it or not. I love The Walking Dead back in the day, and admittedly struggled through season 7 and 8. I didn't watch them live. I stopped at early season 7 because I just thought the show was really hitting a wall, which it did. Season 7 and 8 were terrible. Thought season 9 was better. Watched season 10, the final season 11. But the spinoffs, I couldn't make it to the first 2 episodes, or first episode of the Negan and Maggie show. Just didn't care. I tried watching the Daryl show. I think I made it 10 minutes of that. I don't know if my interest is there anymore. That's a lot of years with the same characters, and what was special about the show was the ensemble cast. And that anybody could die, which went away in the last few years. But that, early on, any character could get killed, what really made the show intriguing. And when you're isolating the show down to just, like, let's say Rick and Michonne, clearly not one of them is going to die. The show is about them. Luca, okay. Deal with that. Rick's show debut was great. Okay. The Wall Cookies, thank you for stopping. Interesting channel name. Appreciate you being here. We got a little Go Spurs Go bong. My man wearing a Manu Ginobili shirt. Richard Casillas, season ticket member of the game. What's weird is when you have these fans sometimes do the Go Spurs Go, their timing is incredibly off. So hopefully my man here can come through. I've seen Dune with Sting, the musician from the mid-'80s. I think Kyle MacLachlan was in that too. I have not seen the remake. Yeah, timing seemed off. They also cut away, so I don't know if that came out all right. All good. Tyrese, 18 minutes, 4 points. Yes, Tyrese Halliburton had a slow first half, to say the least. This is a winnable game. Firefox, we'll see. I can't wait to start doing some draft coverage once we know where we're picking. It is Pacers ball to start us off, and Wemby with a block on Nemhard to start us off. Wemby will bring it up the court, gets it out to Brandon for 3. No good. I don't know how many assists Wemby could have if his guys could shoot around him. But another block for Wemby. I think that's 3 blocks now. Your league leader in blocks in the NBA. Halliburton with the ball into the paint. Runner. Good. Sohan took a spill. And now a turnover by the Spurs on the inbound pass. A block by Sohan. It's a block party for San Antonio, apparently. The inbound pass turnovers are unacceptable. Just for the record. 52-50. Wemby with the ball. Off-balance jumper is good. Okay. Is it 4 blocks for Wemby Kokoshibo? Okay. Thought he had 3. So 17 points, 6 boards, and 4 blocks. Siakam, jumper in the paint. Or off the glass, excuse me. Good. 54-52. Malachi Branham will bring it up for San Antonio. Gets it over to Sohan. 16 on the shot clock. German going to start to drive. Hands to the paint. Fade away. Back iron. No good. Wemby should be in discussion for Defensive Player of the Year. Siakam for 3. No good. Nemhard smacks it out. Now Halliburton follow up 3 in and out. Another rebound for the Pacers. Come on, guys. Third chance opportunity. Another 3 by Turner. Well, we keep getting shot after shot after shot. Eventually one of them's going to drop. I hate the way we box out sometimes. There were long rebounds, granted, but still. Vassell, pull-up jumper. And he's not shooting well tonight. I think he's now 4-14. Pacers up by 1. 55-54. 9 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the third Q. Halliburton over to Turner. Back to Halliburton. And now out for 3. No good by Nesmith. Out of bounds. It's going to stay with Indiana. Collins isn't in there, Isaiah. No Zach Collins. Players that are out on the court are actually over to your right. Yes, your right. My left, your right. That's who's on the court right now. Whew. Almost a steal by Wemby instead. Wemby out of position. Turner in the paint. Layup. They're going to have Wemby for a fast break. Or not. Spurs call timeout. Down by 3. I think that's the biggest lead for the Pacers. Yep, spur of the moment. So much for having the lead. Was Wemby taken off? They might have had Wemby for a fast break, but pop call timeout. Champagne's out. Pedro, yes, I think that's your team's first lead. Well, I think it's the biggest lead. They had the 1-point lead initially, and now they're up by 3. Yeah, Mark. I don't know what to say about Vassell. I don't know. Vassell 4-14, I think. You got for the starting lineup, you got Sohan 2 of 4, Wemby 7 of 10. Trey Jones has not scored. That's not good. 0 for 2. Branham 4 for 8, and Vassell is the worst shooter out of our starters. I mean, Jones hasn't made a shot, so technically he's shooting 0%. But for people that made a shot, Vassell 4 of 14. And the Pacers have outscored us 9-2 in the third quarter. So since the start of the second, the Pacers have outscored us 41-28. That is not going to translate into a lot of wins. So hopefully the Spurs can wake up after this timeout. Start playing some Spurs basketball. Matt, a double-double is when a player has 10 or more of either of the following: points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks. Most times you'll hear a double-double with points and rebounds or points and assists. Yep, Pacers on a run. He's a good player, definitely keepable, but come on, he's second option, can't do it. Oh, I come up down myself. This season, I'm mostly here to watch Wemby. A win every once in a while is okay. Yeah, that's kind of feel like we all are. And at this point, we know that, let's be honest, the Spurs are not a good team. That being said, Wemby's doing incredible things on the basketball court, and I feel like just that alone is worth watching. But watching the team struggle, watching the team lose a lot, that 18-game losing streak was a nightmare. Definitely, yeah, the lowest point of any point for the San Antonio Spurs on this YouTube channel. This channel started April 5th, 2019. 5-year anniversary coming up next month. Of course, we'll be live for that. Yeah, the 18-game losing streak, definitely the worst part of the worst. The worst thing to happen to the Spurs in my lifetime, probably the Kawhi trade. Gentleman wasn't around then. Wemby is the only is he the only positive? Hey. And is he a +1? Is everybody else a net negative? All right, come on, wake up, San Antonio. Let's go. Devin, get out of your funk. We've seen Devin turn it on and hit tons of shots in a row at times. We need that Devin Vassell. We need $30 million Devin Vassell, not $3 million Devin Vassell. Spurs ball. Malachi Branham, an alley-oop to Wemby. Wemby catches the ball, can't finish the oop, was out of position. We'll toss it back to Vassell. Vassell in the paint. Runner is good. Live in San Antonio, not showing Spurs on the TV and I subscribe. I pay for it, so watching the best Spurs YouTube channel. Thank you, Firefox. That sucks when you guys can't watch the games and you live in San Antonio. That's just some BS, if I do say so myself. Siakam with the ball way out. And, drop it off Tyrese Haliburton instead. Haliburton's going to drive. No defense there. Oh, no, never mind. Wemby with the block, but the Spurs all took off. And Andrew Nembhard got the ball and got an easy layup. So Wemby with the block, and the players started leaving her transition instead of making sure we got the ball back. Wemby going to take off into the paint. Get to the Brandon. Brandon jumper off the glass. Good. So now turning into a back-and-forth game. Honestly, still miss DeJounte Murray. The worst Spurs moment of my life would be that. Oh, Edgar, yes. You know what? Never mind. Oh, why'd you have to remind us? Siakam in the paint layup. The Ray Allen 3 would be the worst. Yeah. I think I tried blocking that moment out, but now I remember it like it was yesterday. Thanks, man. Wemby with the ball. Oh, crossover, through the legs, drives in the paint. Passes it back to Sohan. Sohan jumper, good. Ginobili missing free throws. Didn't Kawhi miss some free throws too? Wasn't quite like 2 for 4 at the end of that game in free throw, and he had been shooting like 60% in the finals, so why was he on the floor? Haliburton for 3. Nope, thank goodness he's still whiffing. Spurs can take the lead back here. 7.5 minutes to go, down 61-60. Wemby's just going to take a 3. A little bit off the mark. Miles Turner with the rebound. Tyrese will bring it up for the Pacers. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Pacers. Essentially using a bench as the G League. He doesn't want one to get too ambitious before his time. Pop is playing the long game. Oh, that Derek Fisher one. That's a good one, Three Beards. Spurs and the Lakers. Yeah, that one hurt too. All right, let's not. Do we have no more bad moments for the Spurs? I don't want to reminisce about these. 63-60, sorry. Pacers bucket. Brandon with the ball in the paint. Up off the glass, no good. Going to get fouled, go to the line for 2. Did you know that Malachi has the worst defensive percentage and Sohan had a 19% three-point percentage the past month? I did not know about Jeremy Sohan. I did know that Malachi Branham is one of the worst defenders in the league. Victor has developed fast. We need to get him a solid team in 2 years. Brenton, yes, we can't keep losing like this. Oh, sorry. Brandon with the first free throw. I apologies. Maya Moore was at Iowa game, not UConn. Miss TSR. Oh, she's not here, Militano. But she's probably reading the chat. Brandon second free throw. I don't know why I'm sleepy. I don't want to work tomorrow. Anybody else feel that way? Or not go to school? I really don't want to go to work tomorrow. I will. Miles Turner with the ball right now. Drops it off to Nembhard. Nembhard after the screen. Starts drive. Pull up jump. Nope. Pass it out. Out to Nesmith. Nesmith will drive in the paint. Gets blocked by Wemby. Is that 5? Is that 5 blocks for Wemby? Brandon drives in the paint. And missed the shot. Wemby with the offensive board. Gets it back to Brandon. Corner 3. Spurs lead. All right. Oh, Dr. Phil, we are making him work for it. 5 blocks for Wemby confirmed. Turner misses the layup down the other end. Wemby with another rebound. And Wemby will bring it up for the Spurs. Maybe a little momentum shift here for San Antonio. Wemby pulls up for 3. There we go. Timeout. Momentum back. Good evening, Bobby February. Thank you for stopping in. Hope this has been a great game. And man, Wemby is just so fun to watch. Wemby is him. 20 points, 9 rebounds, 5 blocks, 5 assists, 3 turnovers for Wemby. So if we get the 5 steals somehow, you can another 5-by-5 game. TSR, that Caitlin girl will bring the light to the East. Caitlin Clark? Is that what you're talking about? I've heard of her. I don't know. I know she's the highest scoring. If that's what you're talking about, the highest scoring girls college basketball player of all time, women's college basketball player, but I don't know a lot about her. I don't know who she plays for. Juan, he is a monster. Wemby is him. 2 more turnovers is technically a 5-by-5. No, turnovers don't count. Come on now. Yes, ANC, ACN, PCC. Yes, the minute restriction is gone. Hallelujah. And Wemby should be Rookie of the Year, and he should be in the talk for Defensive Player of the Year. He should be Defensive Player of the Year, let's be honest. What he's doing as a rookie, and he's only getting better. He's blocking 5 games. He's getting 5 blocks a game every game now almost. I think 4 out of his last 5 games he's had 5 blocks, including this one. Maybe 5 out of his last 6. It's ridiculous. He's getting double-doubles all the time. Wait, she passed Pete today? Pistol Pete. Yes, and somebody was mentioning in the chat, this is the worst version of Victor Wembanyama. He's only going to get better. Wait till the Spurs, he had a better team around him. And not throwing shit in on our guys. Shade. Sounded like I said S-H-I-T. Shade. But Julian, I'm thinking of his brother. Julian Champagnie is not a starter in the NBA yet. Maybe he never will be. I don't know which one the best. But he is not a starter. He's in our starting lineup. I like Trey Jones. He is much better as a backup point guard than a starting point guard. When the Spurs upgrade at the 3 and the 1, watch out. 10 more games, he's locked to a first all-team defense. The league, well, Robert, that's true. The league does not play much defense. Yusuf, good evening to you. Julian, Lele Spurs. Spurs, excuse me. Win should not count for defensive player there. It's not Team D. I agree, Dr. Phil. I'm guessing Pete did it in less games, 3 beards, because then Pistol Pete averaged, did he average 40 points a game or something crazy? There's also context, too. If somebody, when Eric Dickerson, I'm an NFL fan, got the rushing record, 2,105 yards. He did that in 16 games. The previous holder, I have to bring him up, but it was O.J. Simpson, ran for over 2,000 yards in 14 games. So we have to also take a little context. If somebody breaks a scoring record and plays significantly more games, he saw the record, but still, Wemby would have steal, and then the Spurs on the break. Do we turn it over, or is it still with San Antonio? Still with San Antonio. Good evening, CB. Yes, he did, Keith. That was a steal for Wemby. Wemby with the ball right now. 1-on-1 with Siakam. Baseline jumper. A little short. No good. Siakam with the rebound. It is Pacers' ball. And Turner fakes the 3. Instead, he takes off, and I think Wemby fouled him. Yeah. He just showed a clip where Wemby had the ball, and everyone was watching him so he could pass it off. Halliburton's stinking up. Amitville, he's having a rough night so far. Tony Amezcua, if I said that wrong, thank you for stopping in. Pacers having a hard time getting the inbound in. Finally get to Siakam. Siakam going to drive, gets in the paint. We'll pass it out to Turner. Corner 3. Off the rim, no good. Demisel with the rebound. Alvaro, it's us winning has nothing to do with the Raptors pick. It's where the Raptors finish. It's top 6 lottery protected, so if the Raptors finish as the 7th worst team and that's their draft position, we take their pick. Wemby's just going to take a long... Cold-blooded! Wemby with a huge 3. Okay, I don't like him launching as many 3s as he does, but when he makes them, how can I argue? And he's been making them at a higher clip. Halliburton, nice drive in the paint and getting the layup around Wemby. They are fighting tonight. I love the fight tonight. That's what we like to see. By the way, if you haven't done so, make sure you like, and if you're a Spurs fan, hit the subscribe button too. We have the best San Antonio Spurs community on YouTube, and I'd love to have you join it. And I don't say that just to say it. You guys are awesome. You're the reason I do it. I don't do this for money. There's no memberships, Patreon, none of that nonsense. Do this because I love the community and would love to have you join and be a part of it. Mathurin takes it right at Wemby, misses a shot. Offensive foul. Ready to take the charge, big man. Hindi, I like that crypto keeper. I don't know if Wemby's going to average 8 blocks a game, Zenith. I don't think players would take it at him that much. Wow, that's clearly an offensive foul. Good job, Wemby. Wemby just treed up. Didn't move. Victor going to get a much-needed break, and we'll have him... I don't know what that was outside. A challenge by Indiana? Okay. Wemby's the whole team. Alvaro, Wemby has... Well, now they're showing Zach Collins' stats on ESPN. I'll pull it up. since Wemby's going to be out for the rest of the quarter, I presume. Get him ready for the fourth. Mr. Fourth Quarter. Victor Wembanyama, so far, 22 minutes, 9 of 14 from the field, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc, 2 of 2 from the charity stripe, 23 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 5 blocks. Does have the 3 turnovers. He has been a bit turnover prone in his rookie year. He will get better at that as he progresses. But, man, he right now is... He's got a plus 12. The whole starting lineup does have a plus, has a negative, or has a overall a positive. Everybody on the bench has a negative. Take that for what you want. I know some people don't like plus minus, but in the end, the plus is what you're looking for, because if you are a plus on the scoreboard and the other team's a minus, you're probably winning. If you're over and they're under, I'll tell you, I'll guarantee it right now, similar to John Madden. The team that scores the most points is probably going to win the game. I stand by that. Challenged by the Pacers, so I'll talk to the chat. Ray Young is in the chat. Possible future San Antonio Spur. Trae Young, I say it happens within the next 3 years. Next 3. I think Wemby will go for 40 tonight, Alvaro. Interesting. Indy has a female coach. Spurs were the Trailblazers with Becky. Yeah, they were. Becky killing it in the WNBA. Zenith, they have a lot of times this year given up the lead with Wemby on the bench, which is why I could see him playing most of, if not all of the fourth quarter. The game against the Thunder, he played all 12 minutes. Wouldn't be shocked if he plays the entire fourth quarter tonight. He can have more blocks than points, or more blocks and points, yes. Successful challenge. So Wemby, while he wasn't moving, was standing in the protected area. That is going to be a defensive foul on Wemby. He does need a 40-piece penalty. I heard Wemby say he needs to be in rhythm for his shots, so when he creates them himself, it's much more comfortable when he shoots like 40% of those compared to his catch and shoots like 20. Well, then, you know what? Don't do the catch and shoot. ZZ Zoom, thank you for stopping in. Yes, Wemby's got 5 blocks again, Adriel. He's been blocking 5 shots a game on the regular. I think 4 out of his last 5 games, maybe 5 out of his last 6. He's getting 5 a game, so he's really killing it. And yes, Noah Sparks, he should easily go for 30. It doesn't count as a foul if it's overturned. Really? For real? Johnny, go Spurs. Go Spurs, go to all the Spurs fans. Pacers fans, thank you for being here, but to the Spurs fans. Yes, Ken. Back-to-back wins against 2 playoff teams would feel nice. Student of the Savior, good evening. Second free throw is good. 6-point game. A great game tonight. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream if you're not able to watch it, or if you are watching and you're enjoying hanging out with our community, I hope you're enjoying that too, and hopefully I'm providing some sort of entertainment value. If it's not me, then hopefully Baby Coyote's making you happy. Zach Collins in the paint. Little jumper's good. Back to all the people coming in. If you haven't gotten one, here's a Baby Coyote boop. Boop. Oh, I get a boop too. Boop. Good luck, boop. 75, 67. I know, I'm weird. Pascal Siakam out in 3-point land. 6 on the shot clock. Gets a screen. One-on-one with Jeremy Sohan into the post. Kicks it out for 3. The 3 is no good by Jalen Smith. Spurs ball. Collins has been playing very well lately. Adriel Vassell is struggling with his shot tonight. Speaking of which, Vassell, the jumper, no good. Collins with the rebound. They get out the sign over to Keldon for 3. Come on, Keldon. Finally! Keldon had been shooting horribly. Finally nailed the 3. 11-point game. Biggest lead of the night, I believe, for the Spurs. And now a foul by Zach Collins on Jalen Smith. Spurs are 8 of 20 from beyond the arc. I think they just showed the Pacers 3 of 22. Devon's, I think, our second highest scorer. I don't know if I'd call him the best scorer. He's got 12 points. But Devon is also 5 of 16 from the field. Not exactly killing the efficiency there tonight, Mr. Vassell. Wemmy's definitely our best scorer. He has the second best, Zenith's second best scorer. That free throw was good by Jalen Smith. Wemmy now 23-9-5-5. Yep. Thank you, Trae. Thank you, Trae Young. Trae Young, clearly a big fan of Victor Wembanyama. I refuse to buy NBA League Pass, so I can't watch these games, so you're doing God's work, sir. Thank you. I obviously buy it. My free throws good as well, and the Indiana Pacers just 69 to our San Antonio Spurs. Anyway, Blake Wesley will bring it up for the Spurs. Wesley on the pick. Gets to Collins. Collins all alone in the paint. He'll throw it down.
Underdog of justice.
Bryce Turner's in the chat. He says, hello, I'm from 2028. We just won the chip. The Magic had no answer for Wemby and Trey. Nice. Pacers ball, 8 on the shot clock. Halliburton drives in the paint. Misses a shot, gets blocked, but he also gets fouled, going in line for 2. Imagine Wemby with an all-star point guard like Trae Young if they pick star in a draft. Is that, Alvaro, is that your dream lineup? So what our starting lineup, if that all played out, Spurs fans, if we were to draft Alexander Sarr and trade for Trae Young, would it be Wemby and Sarr interchangeable at the 4 and 5? Wemby and Sarr, Sohan, Vassell, and Young? We would have a huge front court. 2 7-footers plus Sohan's like what, 6'8", 6'9"? We'd have the biggest front court in the NBA by far. I don't think anybody else has 2 7-footers, do they? How tall is Cat? Is Karl Anthony Towns 7-foot, or is he like 6'10", 6'11"? Cleveland's got some big guys too. I don't know their heights. Vassell pull-up jumper. Thank you, Devin. Need him to play well. Really need him to start picking it up. JBG's butt's probably still sore from getting knocked on it by Wemby. Spurs won an 11-point lead. Now another foul on Tyrese Halliburton. I think the foul's on Blake. Blake, stop chewing on your mouthpiece. That is driving me nuts seeing him do that. I'm ready for Space Jam 3. Wemby the Alien. I don't mean to look too forward at the season is over, but imagine a Wemby plus Alex our front court. Cat is 7 feet tall. Okay, so the Saver. So we'd still be bigger though. Cat is 7 feet. Gobert is. How tall is Rudy Gobert? Is he 7'2", 7'3"? Tyrese's first free throw is good. So I think we'd be right on par. Made them both. 9-point game. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go for the Spurs. Blake Wesley will bring it up, drops it off to Zach Collins. 16 on the shot clock. Collins over to Vassell. Vassell with the pick and roll with Collins. Vassell takes off. Throws across court to Kelvin. 3. In and out. Yes, Bo, we are up right now. 82-73. Tanya McConnell's in the game for the Pacers, and he killed us in the first half. We had no answer. Matherin with the ball starts to drive. 6 on the shot clock. Pull up Jay. Swish. Rudy at 7-1 to Spurs. Okay. So we are taller. 7 is okay. If that was to happen, I don't know what the Spurs are going to do yet. I don't think the Spurs know what they're going to do. We don't know where we're drafting yet either. Collins, nice bounce pass to Blake Wesley, and he gets blocked, but fouled. Obi Toppin flies out of bounds on the block. And one of the refs just ran up into the stands trying not to get run over by Toppin and Blake flying at him. I didn't see that happen. Yeah, he just bailed. He's like, I'm out of here. 2 shot. It's kind of hard to not to pick Yeah, students here, I don't think we're drafting BPA per se in the best player available in the NBA draft. I think we're going to try to get the player that fits with Wemby the best. That's the priority. What can we do to... We're building around Wemby, of course. He's the franchise. Blake's second free throw. Good. All right, Blake 3 or 4 from the line tonight. Had only been shooting around 51%, 52% for the year. Free throw shooting not his forte. Halliburton, long 3, no good. The long rebound will stay with Indiana. Halliburton with the ball again. Out to McConnell. McConnell drives in the paint. Stops. Gets it back to Halliburton. 5 on the shot clock. Tyrese drives. Step back 2. Air ball. That's a shot clock violation. Thank you. They put 14 back on the clock for whatever reason. That was a shot clock violation. Spurs ball, turnover. Yes, congratulations, Dominic Barlow. Upgraded to an NBA contract. Wemby seriously has a chance to 40, 10, 10, 10 if he plays the... does he? Mark, I think he'll play at least 10 minutes in the fourth. Yes, airball by Tyrese Haliburton, yes. 84-75. Keldon in the paint. Almost loses the ball. Gets it back, muscles up off the glass. Nice effort, Keldon. Blocks in February. Wemby has more than some NBA teams. McConnell pull-up jumper good. He's just lights out tonight. Spurs ball up by 9. They will take the lead into the fourth quarter. Wesley's going to fly into the paint and tries to get it to Zach Collins, and that's a turnover for the Spurs. Both teams are in the bonus. There is a just under 2-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. So the Pacers are obviously going to try to hold for the last shot. Penalty, yes, we should make at least a play next year. TJ McConnell pull-up jumper, back iron, no good. Rebound's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Pacers. About 3.5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Joe, good evening to you. Hypothetical question. Let's say in 10 years, Wemby has 2 MVPs and 2 rings. Is he already top 3 in Spurs history? 10 years, 2 MVPs and 2 rings? Yeah, probably. 2 league MVPs, 2 rings? Yeah, he's probably top 3. Matherin with the pull-up J at the buzzer. Brick. 9-point lead after the third. Good evening, Lyrical News. If his sister replaces Osman. Yeah, Chetty's been... I don't know how I feel about him coming back next year. He's not under contract. I don't know. I'm kind of mixed. If he comes back, great. If he doesn't come back, I don't... Fine. Not trying to be mean. I just... 5 years we'll have 1 ring and 2 MVPs. Well, how about 2 rings and 2 MVPs? Space Jam 3, LeBron, Durant, Jordan, Kyrie, Doncic versus 5 Wembys. Nice. Who else can reach 40,000 like LeBron? Nobody, JBG. I think it's untouchable. A lot of people are calling him a stat patter. I'm not going to call him that. But the longevity, I don't think anybody's going to play for that long. And I think we could see the league tighten up the defenses again. So, with all due respect, LeBron will benefit heavily from the no-D era, which he's played mostly in. If the NBA does change the rules after the season or the following season, which I think they need to do, the scoring is out of control. Nobody's going to catch him. And he's just had such a ridiculous mark. I mean, I just don't see players playing for 20 years anymore. He's been remarkably healthy to his credit. He's only had, one injury? One major injury with the Lakers 3 or 4 years ago? Yes, Washington guy. The Celtics absolutely obliterated the Warriors. It was rough. Erwin, I think that Victor should be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. He might not be because the Spurs as a team are bad, but what he's doing this year is incredible. Clips, man, I don't know. What are you watching? This is a live play-by-play scoreboard, which it's labeled as, so no clickbait. It clearly says what it is. Asia, thank you for stopping in. Hopefully you're doing well tonight. Matter of fact, hopefully everybody's doing well. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so. It does help the channel. Fast, free, fun, nutrition, delicious. And here it is if you haven't seen it before.
Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go!
And as always, Switchblade, yes. I was saying that in the start of the season. I wasn't saying it was time to start over, but I was saying their window was closing very, very fast. And I think we're seeing it, not based just on this loss, but the team's getting older. Klay Thompson is clearly not the same player he used to be after tearing an ACL, rupturing his Achilles. Steph Curry's getting up there in years. I could see him blowing that up. And the inbound pass is a turnover. I would say we just turned it over, but the Pacers just traveled. Or wait. So I know like talking about the backcourt steals that we should have these out of our system. I agree. It still says third quarter on the NBA Pass. It is not the third quarter. It's 86-77. We actually have 2 free throws coming up for Naismith. Today's NBA is just like watching the ABA game back in the 70s. I don't think that's a compliment, Tommy. First free throw is good. Wemby has checked back in, and the Spurs need to stop these turnovers. A lazy pass by Keldon Johnson to Blake Wesley, and easy points right now for the Pacers. That needs to stop. Is Kevin Durant at 30,000 points? I have no idea. 7-point game. We don't turn this inbound pass over. Asia, she's at home. She's not here when we don't live together. That is way down the road. Keldon in the paint, jump hook, good. Keldon be a little more aggressive lately. I like it. We need him to play well, Devin to play well, and Wemby to just keep being Wemby if we're going to have a chance at holding the pacer off. We just can't be all Victor doing everything. He's doing everything defensively for the most part, but he can't be carrying the offense too. Got to throw his back out that way. It is Pacers ball. Pull-up jumper, good. Aaron Naismith cuts the lead to 7. Yes, the Spurs are up by 7. It conveys, I want Ryan Dunn. Okay, Wemby. It's a big if it conveys. All hail Wemby, my glorious king. Nice. Keldon with the ball right now for the Spurs. Starts to drive. We'll throw it out to Osman. Osman back to Wemby. Over to Branham. Back to Keldon. He's going to take a 3. 10-point game. Keldon was quite off on the first half, but stepping up in the second half. Thank goodness. Bennett Mathurin drives in the paint, spins around, misses a shot. Going to get fouled and go to the line for 2. We don't need Devin and Keldon just play well. We also need to be consistent. Yes, Trae Young. And they've been very inconsistent. It's fun when she's here and she reads the chat, interacts, and with it. And look, I love having Miss TSR here for the streams. But it worked out this weekend. She was here Friday and Saturday night, and the Spurs had those nights off. I am so ready for the Yankees. And the Red Sox can suck it. 91-81, Spurs up by 10. Mathurin at the line for 2. First one's good. I am back. Both teams tied. They played 5-on-5. My team won the first 2 games. We lost the second 2. Thought so. So everyone wins in a tie. Nice. Toby, they are going to the line a lot. Keldon is driving up his trade value in this game. Come on now. Follower Price, thank you for stopping in. Second free throw is going to bounce in and out. Spurs ball. Just keeping it real, Asia. Keeping it real. Don't say that, Militano. This game ain't over yet. Wemby with the ball in the paint. Pull up Jay. Nope, I was going to say it was a little short. Bounces off the rim. Bing, ding, ding, bing, bang, bing, bang, 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 and goes in. 11-point lead. Ties the biggest lead, I believe, for the Spurs tonight. We may have been up by 12. I'm not 100% sure. Feels like the biggest lead in the night. Siakam for 3. Back rim, no good. Over the backboard, out of bounds. Spurs ball. How many points does KJ have tonight? He's got 12 now. He had 2 in the first half, maybe 3. So definitely playing better as of late. Ken, probably both. I think we'll do a little in the draft, and I think we'll primarily build for the draft, but I think we'll make maybe one move. We have a lot of picks. We have like 1 million second rounders over the next 5 years. Like Wesley flies in the paint, gets by everybody. That's the biggest lead of the game for sure. 13-point lead. Nice job, Blake. Let's go. They've taken 19 free throws, and we've taken 10. Lyrical news, I'm watching it on the NBA League Pass. I buy it every year for the Spurs. TJ McConnell pull-up jumper. He's been fantastic all game. Spurs need to draft Nikola Topic. If they get Toronto's draft pick, that would be amazing. I mean, I would love the 1st and 7th overall pick. Just don't be selfish. 95-84. Blake Wesley out in 3-point land. 10 on the shot clock. And a foul off the ball on Obi Toppin. How long until what, Bryce? The draft? End of January. We find out where we're drafting near the end of May. Left in this game, 9 minutes. It's not the best draft, Z-Zoom, but it is what it is. Gotta take what we can get. Wemby with the ball. Chucks it into Kellen. Kellen pull up Jay. Kellen coming up big. $97.84. This is it's nice to see our guys playing well. Paul with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much for your support. Appreciate you. Trying to heart your super chat. I can't get to it yet. My heart's in the way. Cooper Flag overrated. Don't know. Haven't watched him play. But I hear good things. Spurs ball. Wemby thought about a mile-long three. Pulled it down instead. Gets it to Kelvin. Kelvin gets it back to Wemby. 7 on the shot clock. And Wemby's going to get fouled. Good evening, Chris. Thank you for stopping in. Jose, I hope we win. Cooper Flag is 100% not overrated. Fair enough. Yes, students here. I hope he stays with the Spurs his whole career. There are people that are already starting to make videos and talk on mainstream media like if Spurs don't turn around immediately, he's going to leave. I think he loves being in San Antonio. I do think he hates losing. And the Spurs are going to need to show progress over the next 3 years. If they're right where they are right now at the end of his rookie contract, then yes, he would leave. I don't see that happening at all. He's too good, and we have too much being built around him. When he hits a three, it's not going to count. Offensive foul, Malachi Brand. Good morning, Jarlene Chong. All good, Bryce. Nana is about to get exposed in college. Mark my words. No, we should not rush it, Adriel. We should absolutely not rush the rebuild. The Dallas Mavericks tried that with Luka when he first came in the league. I don't want us to go that route. Mathard for 3. No good. Jeremy with the rebound. What's up, Zachariah? Thank you for stopping in. If you guys are not hit the thumbs up, please do so. It's the best way to help support a channel. Wemby with the jumper on the paint, off the glass, no good. I have no idea how many thumbs up we're at. I'm hoping to get to 200 tonight. Especially if the Spurs win, we got to get to 200. When the Spurs win. Turner drives in the paint, misses a shot. Siakam with a putback. And Pop's going to call a timeout. Not liking what he's seeing. Pacers cut it to 9. James spot on, huh? What's he saying? Unlike Kawhi, who really wanted to go to LA, I think Wemby is really liking San Antonio due to the French connection. And if we draft Sarr or Rasache, bring another French player in, yeah. Let's keep drafting French players. Need one more rebound. Well, our men, I'm hoping he gets at least 10 more rebounds. We got 348 watching, Keith. Nice. You know where to bring more people in? Bring more Spurs fans in. Hey, Pacers fans, welcome too. You're welcome. Hit the thumbs up. And if not for me, how about for Headband Grogu? He wears this headband for you. It's uncomfortable, it's tight, but he knows he looks cute, and he likes to look cute for the Spurs fans. Who doesn't love a cute Grogu with that face? Look how happy Grogu is. Okay, maybe he likes the headband. And if not for Headband Grogu, then for my little buddy, baby coyote, king of the wild frontier. Boop, boop. Zach, good evening to you, my friend. Yes, the French Antonio Spurs. Too much Molly. Good evening. Says, I need some help. Somebody at a Spurs team at some points needs to start to chant Wembanyama, Victor Wembanyama to the tune at the beginning of Circle of Life from The Lion King. Fortunately, I don't know how that goes too much because I've never seen The Lion King. Before everybody yells at me in the chat, how have you never seen The Lion King? I was 16 when it came out. Didn't care, and at this point in my life, I just never went back and saw it. This couch is all busted up, Adriel. It looks comfortable. It's okay. I'm just looking forward to Wemby hosting Saturday Night Live. I would have to watch that, and I would do a reaction to that. Absolutely. You should get a Grogu, a baby. You know what? The plate of mine, Miss TSR Sports was saying that. She said we should get Grogu a little Spurs, get him like a little Spurs, a little thing that you put on toddlers or infants, a little, like a onesie. I mean, he would look great in little Spurs. I should look for a little Spurs jersey for him. The Pacers only made 4 threes. Wow. Cali X Factor doing great. You smell a 10-game winning streak? I don't know about all that. The U.S. Women's National Team is playing now, J-Money? Is it the She Believes Cup? Wemby's looking good. Who's the rock band poster in the back. Crispin, that's the Expendables. You know about that one? I got the Expendables on my wall. A lot of Spurs fans were saying, hey, what? That's weird. Why do you have the Expendables? I used to have the Expendables right behind here. And Miss TSR actually suggested maybe putting jerseys up on the wall. So I came up with this configuration that you see behind you. And I think it's much better. Good day, Rollins. I own 6 jerseys. And so it happens I have 5 jerseys in black, but one doesn't match these. And I was like, you know what? Duncan's a centerpiece, so he'll have the off-color jersey. He'll have the road jersey. The home team will be surrounding him. Spurs ball, by the way, back to the game, 97-88. Sohan with the ball, 6 on the shot clock, gets it to Devin. Devin in the paint, runner, no good. Foul going to the line for 2. I don't have Tony Parker's jersey yet. Asian symbols, thank you for stopping in. Adriel, I will show the game for you.
Sucker!
After his sophomore season, Anthony, I can't imagine that. No, I haven't had the gray jerseys, Aquavision. I'm honestly not a fan of those. I like the black jerseys and the white jerseys. The gray just doesn't do it for me. Devin misses the first free throw. So if I get a Parker jersey, I need to get a black one so it matches, what I got going on here. And I probably would take Kelman down. Yeah, I take Kelman down. Then the big 3 would be the centerpiece in the middle. And D-Rob over here with the Twin Towers and the future over here. That's kind of my plan. Made 1 of 2. One more steal from Wemmy, Jason. TJ McConnell gets in the paint, throws up the lane. TJ McConnell, seriously, we have not been able to stop him all night. 7 minutes to go, and McConnell has 24 points. He's 12 of 14 from the field. And the Spurs just turned the ball over. Dang it. Hey, Joseph's doing okay. I got a quiet jersey you can have, Crispin. The TSR Sports P.O. Box is in... It's there in every description, but I think I'm going to pass on that. Thank you very much. If you guys ever sent me a quiet jersey, I would keep it. Yeah, Malachi Branham's 3 is an air ball. I think that was partially blocked. Pacers building up momentum at the end of the fourth quarter. Not what we want to see happen as Spurs fans. Siakam with a very tough drive in the paint. Gets the jumper off the glass. And Pop is going to call another timeout. The lead has been cut to 4. And we were up by as much as 13. And yes, just like that. Amir Noto, can I read your comment? I just did. But I probably missed the one before that. Daniel says, love your show, bro. You're the best at calling the games, in my opinion. You can tell you're a Spurs fan. I am a Spurs fan, Daniel. For 34 years. For anybody that's new to the channel, this is primarily San Antonio Spurs channel. We do some other NBA content, mostly the Spurs, a little bit of New York Giants content, only in the form of shorts. But I do this because I live in Connecticut, and I don't have a Spurs community where I live. There aren't a lot of Spurs fans in Connecticut. I've lived in the East Coast my whole life, Massachusetts, then Virginia, then Connecticut, and the Spurs fans are few and far between. And this channel started April 5th, 2019, so 5 years right around the corner. And this is my Spurs community. I love talking Spurs with you guys, whether it's in a live stream, whether it's on an uploaded video. We don't always agree, which is fine. We can agree to disagree. Some of you think we should draft so-and-so player or trade for so-and-so player, and I'll be on the other end, but that's okay. In the end, we all want what's best for the team. We want to see the team winning again. We want to see the guys have fun again. We want to see the home crowd going nuts and chanting, "Go Spurs, go!" And that's what we are here at TSR Sports. Very much against sponsorships and Patreon and memberships, so that's why those aren't here. Nothing wrong with any of that. I just feel like now this channel to me is more of a family that I wouldn't want to ask my family for money. That makes sense. Lawrence, a lot of people want Trae Young to join the Spurs. Did Wemby get subbed out? He's getting a quick breather, I'm thinking. I didn't realize he was out, which is why the lead is going away. Probably getting a 1 to 2 minute rest, and we'll be in for the rest of the game. Yeah, Mark, TJ's killing us. Is Malachi guarding him? Well, Malachi is one of the worst defenders in the league. I bought a DeRozan jersey and keep it in place and keep it in place of a Kawhi jersey. Hey, nothing wrong with having players that aren't on the team anymore. If Kelvin was to get traded in the offseason, I'm going to keep his jersey, and I'll still wear it on occasion. Especially that jersey I have in the closet that one of our subscribers, Dr. Phil, got me. Appreciate you. I will I'll still wear that jersey because I just love the way the jersey looks. James, I don't. It's Halliburton's having an off. We got to 203 likes, but let's not stop there. Let's get to 225. How about 250? Trayvon Everett. I'm watching this on the NBA League Pass. I have no idea where it is otherwise. Am I following Oscar Wembanyama? No, I'm not AR. I don't know anything about Oscar Wembanyama, but it sounds like I need to check him out. Too much, Molly? NBA League Pass. I buy it every year so I can watch the Spurs with you guys. We're calling a game for those of you that don't watch it or don't want to get the NBA League Pass or don't want to support the NBA financially, whatever reasons may be. I love doing this. And now that my girlfriend has started joining me for streams, the things are only going to get better in this channel. To be able to share this with somebody, plus you guys, is just incredible. Elliot to Wemby gets broken up. That's a turnover for the Spurs. Good grief. I don't like the way this fourth quarter is going at all. Pascal Siakam drives in the paint. We'll pass it out. They're going to have Turner open for a three. Wow. 1 point game. This is getting intense. TJ McConnell is smoking us. I got to take the jacket off. I'm overheating here. Keldon was open for three. Now he takes the three. Thank you, Keldon. Keldon has been Mr. Fourth Quarter for us so far. He has been phenomenal this fourth quarter. He had, I think, 2 points in the first half. Turner for three again from the corner. Wow. Wasn't expecting Miles Turner to be chucking threes and bringing the Pacers back into this, but here he is doing it. Devin Sell on three-point land. 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Devin will drive, pull up Jay. All right, now both teams just exchanging shots. Cool kid, no idea. Yes, Kellen is keeping us alive, Raphael. He's playing very well right now. McConnell pull up. We can't stop TJ McConnell. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. And we can't even contain him. He's 13 of 15 for 26 points, 10 in the fourth quarter. McConnell playing like a Hall of Famer against us tonight. Simon will get the ball to Wemby. Wemby's going to drive. Going to get fouled. And one. Let's go. Manu Kelvin. That's an and one for Wemby. We needed that. We needed that big. What Bananas is right. I'm heated, bro. I took Wemby under 40 and a half. Points, rebounds, and assists. Oh, you took under? He's got to be over that, right? 40 and a half? Yeah, he's got to be over that by now. I'll check in a moment. I guess if you're heated, then he is. Well, thank you, Julian. Wemby with 28, 9, and 5. That's 41. Oh, ouch. Plus 5 blocks, let's not forget. McConnell's going to drive in the paint, drive right back out. 6 on the shot clock, over to Turner. Turner back to Halliburton. Back to Turner. Turner's going to drive in the paint, takes it at Wemby. Gets blocked, and he traveled. Turnover. 12-time Spurs fan, good evening, Stats. Thank you for stopping in. 4 point game, 4 point game. Trey's guarding Halliburton, and Trey's been doing fairly well tonight. Wemby sucks. Stacks, come on now. You don't believe that. You must be a Pistons fan. It's okay. And a foul on the Pacers off the ball. I think it's on Siakam. Spurs are in the bonus. I don't know much about the NBA, bro. Some TikTok guy told me to take under. Oh. It's all good, JJ. Hey, it happens. I feel bad when you guys come in the chat and you say, I need like Wemby to score under 30 so I can win $500. I'm like, I don't want you to lose $500, but I can't root against my guy, so sorry. Victor will be at the line for 2. A little over 4 minutes to go. Spurs are up by 4. First free throw. Good. Whoops, that did not register. There we go. 107, 102. Raphael, this will build. I mean, we beat the Thunder. Like I had anything to do with it. The Spurs beat the Thunder. Timeout. The Spurs beat the Thunder, who was a playoff team. Maybe Kevin, hey, you're gonna watch me looking at the ceiling, pal. Thunder are a playoff team, one of the best in the Western Conference, and now to beat the Pacers, who are a playoff-bound team as well, that would be huge to build the confidence of the team. And great for the home crowd. They've seen so few wins by the Spurs. Heck, this channel has seen so few wins by the Spurs. I want to see them win some games. We're still going to get a high lottery pick. If we can win some games, build some confidence for next year, and still get the 3rd overall pick, back up. Finish at the projected 3rd overall pick, but pull off another miracle like we did here, and get the 1st overall pick again, then hey, it'd be great. Wemby Xquio, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, he's been holding up great. You see him fall a lot during games, but he knows how to fall. The man does a just incredible workout before and after the game to keep his body limber, and you can tell he knows how to fall. And that's important. When you're that tall and you're falling on a hardwood court, he knows how to land. Do I see him having a 20-year career with his size? No. But if he can have a 15-year career at that size, that would be incredible, since most players at his height and taller have very short careers. Updated Toronto pick chances. Right now, they are the 7th worst team in the NBA. So if they finish there and don't move up in the lottery, then the Spurs would get the pick. Ginobili jersey that's been there for a while. A subscriber got that for me. Greatly appreciate it. Said, I have an extra Ginobili jersey you want? And I said, of course. I don't have one. Both free throws good. 6-point lead for the Spurs. There's still a lot of time on the clock. 4 minutes and 3 seconds. Jones harassing Halliburton in the backcourt, down the front court. Halliburton with the ball, pick and roll. Gets it over to Turner. Turner's going to launch another 3. Misses that one. Sohan with the rebound. Wemby retired 34-35. There you go. That sounds about right. 669. Thank you for saying you're stopping in. Appreciate y'all being here tonight. Hopefully you're having a wonderful Sunday. Back to work Monday tomorrow. Let's go to bed with the Spurs win. Wemby with the ball. 4 on the shot clock. Fakes the shot and gets fouled. I'll go to the line for 2. GD. I don't have a Tony Parker jersey yet. I am following him on eBay. Oh, Wemby is actually a little sore sitting on the scores table. Maybe should have took a shot to the tummy. I'm actively looking for Tony Parker jerseys. I want to get one in black, and I'm trying to find one that's new and not ridiculously overpriced. It's on the radar. I check every day. Yeah, Spurs stay strong. I'll put my little bicep up, the little baby semblance of a muscle. Do I have a joke with Miss TSR? Because I've been working out and I have like a little baby bicep coming. So I say there's a semblance of a muscle there. Wemby missed the free throw. He's not injured. He's okay. He's okay. Christian, thank you for stopping in. Does Wemby already have 30? He does have 30. Well then. Alrighty. Victor at the line for one more. Good. 109, 102. Yes, defense. Defense. Don't fall down, baby Coyote. O'Connell with the ball, guarded by the Sohan. 10 on the shot clock for the Pacers. Austin 3:16 on the clock. Out to Halliburton. Halliburton just going to launch a 3. No good. Wemby with the rebound. Hey, it's a double-double for Wemby now. If he didn't have it already, he definitely has it now. 3 minutes remaining. Trey Jones way out in three-point land. Don't forget the Spurs are in the bonus, so every defensive foul, Spurs are going to the line. They'll get it into Wemby. 6 on the shot clock. Gets immediately double-teamed into Sohan in the paint. Jeremy with the jumper. 9-point lead. "29 minutes, 31 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 blocks, 1 assist, 3 turnovers." Wemby update. Thank you, Mark the Gamer. Appreciate you. Blocks for assists. He is a superstar. He's not a veteran superstar because he hasn't been in the league a year yet. Hey, Coyote's on the court. Coyote, you're on the court. Coyote, you're on the court. I'm trying to mimic what he's doing. I don't know. Pop was yelling at Sign in this possession, was he? Phil, this does look like a completely different team. You should put Victor's Go, Spurs Go. Oh. I will start changing things up a little bit. I think it is time for a new introduction. Some people have been saying, Rich, you need a new introduction. One person actually unsubscribed because I won't change the introduction, which I will never do that. If somebody comments, I'm unsubscribed, if you don't change your intro on your regular videos, then I'm just going to say, I'll probably just say make a new introduction. But Barkley's probably leaving the Giants. He's in there. It's Kelman throwing down a dunk in the video. I think Wemby should be in that video instead. I don't know who I'm going to put for the Giants, but well, whatever. But I think that's copyrighted music. It's free copyrighted music off YouTube. I think I'd rather put one of my own songs in there. So I'll probably work on that at some point. Probably more so towards the offseason, or if I find time somewhere. Pacers ball, 8 on the shot clock. Halliburton with the ball, well, 3-point line, guarded by Kelman. Going to drive by Kelman, get in the paint, throw it up off the glass. Off the rim, no good. Wemby with the rebound. 2:20 to go. Spurs can get it back to double digits. Vassell, corner 3. No good. German with the tip, and just a tip. 1-point lead. And Wemby with another block. Oh, Miles Turner with the putback dunk. Wemby with 6 blocks tonight. 9-point game. 2 minutes remaining. Chris, good evening. Yeah, it kills. Exactly. I'm going to use my own music, I think, for the intro and eventually the outro, too. It just makes sense. I should use my own music. Vassell drives. Pull up J. Short. Pacers ball. 9-point game. 1:40 to go. Mather and out in 3-point land over to Turner. Turner's going to launch a mile-long 3. No good. Devin Vassell at the rebound. Ray? Me. How about me? Sonian's wide open for 3. Actually, just run the clock down. 10 on the shot clock. Back to the Sonian. He's going to drive baseline. And boom! Thunder dunk of justice. Timeout Pacers. Spurs are back up by 11.
Thunder dunk of justice.
This feels good. I'm sorry. I know some folks don't want us to win. It's a small percentage of Spurs fans. I like to see our guys play well and get the crowd pumped up. That's how you close out a game, according to Sean Elliott. Yes, and Z-Zoom, DPOY, absolutely. Thank you, Diego. I mean, I try. Actually, I don't try. I just am who I am. I'm a Spurs fan, and when I'm streaming with you guys, it's turned up a little bit more than normal, but maybe a lot more than normal. But I love our guys. I love our team. Pop Sagas and Son really worked. Maybe. I need 1 rebound by PS. Call it when it grows. Pascal Siakam, unknown duck. I'm fine with him getting a rebound. I missed this at ish. Exactly. RW Cubs says, go Pacers. Thank you for stopping in, the Pacers fans. I appreciate you being here too. If you guys have not done so, even though it's late game, hitting the thumbs up does still help the channel. The only thing I'll ask here from you, and a subscribe if you'd like to join our Spurs community. If you're a Spurs fan, I don't know why you're not subscribed already, but it is what it is. But the thumbs up does help the channel more than you can imagine, and I appreciate it.
Go Spurs, go! Go Spurs, go!
Right? Where was this team all year? Get Wemby on the mic after each win. Go Spurs, go. You know what? I'm good with that. 527 watching? Keats, that's our biggest crowd, I think, in like forever. Since the Phoenix Suns wins. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. Feels good to see the Spurs playing well, but the game's not over yet. 1:12 to go. Siakam with the ball. Gets it to McConnell. McConnell fumbles the ball, falls down. Loose ball's picked up, and I think that was a block by Sohan. Spurs ball. Vassell bring it up. 1 minute to go. 11-point lead and under a minute to go. Starting to feel pretty good. Trey Jones with the ball. He's going to get fouled. Spurs are on the bonus. That's 2 shots coming for Trey. Depleted mind. I've been saying it all year. These losses, or the losing, has been tough. The 18-game losing streak was a nightmare to not only watch as a fan, but to call as a content creator and experience with you guys, the Spurs viewers. But with that win against the Thunder and this win now tonight with Trey making, this is going to be a win. I mean, come on now. It feels good. It feels good. It just, and we see Wemby's ceiling is so freaking high. What he is doing as a rookie is amazing. When you consider he's gone through minutes restrictions, the Jeremy Sohan point guard experiment, the Malachi Branham point guard experiment, Julian Champagny starting, which, sorry, Julian, you're not a starter. Wemby coming out and getting a standing O as he should, and that's going to be the dagger. 13-point game. The Pacers are not coming back. The Spurs on a 2-game winning streak. Mather into the paint. Throws it up. Going to get fouled and go to the line for 2. Who do we got coming up, Spurs fans? I will be live for the next 2 games, for the record. So if anybody wants to hang out for the next... I can't do the Warriors game Saturday night. My apologies. I have plans. But I will be live for the Rockets Tuesday. That's a winnable game. And then the Kings game Thursday. So the Rockets are in Houston at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday we play the Kings at 10 p.m. Eastern. I'll miss the Golden State game Saturday night. We'll be back live next week as we have the Warriors again on Monday, the Rockets again on Tuesday, and then the Nuggets on Friday. That's going to be a tough game. Ooh, my goodness. We play the Nets on March 17th. That's on NBA TV. Hopefully that's not blacked out in my area. The last Nets game was. I'll click on the game early and see if it's blacked out. But let's focus on the right now. Half free throws missed. So it's still a 13-point game. Beating the Thunder and now the Pacers. 2 playoff teams. Feels good. Vamos, Espuelos, vamos. TJ Wonder, we can make it 3 in a row. We can. Spurs playing too good. Love it. Cannot wait for next year. Beavis, I agree. Next season is going to be incredible. We're going to have another high draft pick. Maybe 2 lottery picks, depending on where the Raptors finish. Who knows what's going to happen in the offseason? They may trade for Trae Young or maybe get another player. Who the heck knows? It is a great time to be a Spurs fan. Yes, the last 4 years have been more down than up, and this year's been a struggle, but we will reap the rewards sooner than later. Trey Jones just letting the shot clock. Is he just going to let it expire? Yeah, he is. There's another nice win for our Spurs. Shot clock violation, and then the Pacers, I'm guessing, will just run it out. It does feel good. 2 wins in a row. My Spanish is improving every stream. I don't know about that. It was City Sissoko sighting. Is City coming in for 20 seconds? Call me old-fashioned. I don't like this dribbling out the clock and getting a turnover. Albert, I know. Cole, thank you for stopping in. Dominic Barlow checking in. I'm just going to, as soon as he inbound the ball, let's start the clock and just run it out. Waiting for the... There it is. That's going to be our final. I don't think... Are they going to take a shot? No, come on now. No. Nembhard's not going to take a shot. Come on now. Run it out. Are we going to get a Wemby? Oh, I know, Deck. I don't think you got your rebound. Spurs win 117-105. That's our second win against a playoff team. We play the Rockets Tuesday. That's a winnable game, too. That could be 3 in a row. We'll go over the ending game stats, and I want to wait here and see if Wemby has another ending game interview. Longtime viewer, new to the chat, enjoying your stream. Not a lot of Spurs fans in my neck of the woods. You rocking it. Red, that's why I do this. I'm in Connecticut. I kind of fell into doing sports live streams in 2019, and the Spurs, unfortunately, have been bad the whole time this channel's been around, but we're still here, and finally, sooner than later, our team's going to be good. But let's get thundering the lightning. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. I want the Spurs to get 21 wins. I don't want this to be the worst Spurs team of all time. I don't want Wemby to be associated with the worst Spurs team of all time. I know in the gist of things, maybe that doesn't matter. For me, it's important. So while you're on the way out, please hit the thumbs up. I'll go over the ending game stats. Getting a 300 thumbs up would be awesome. Just saying. Would appreciate you. And it's a great Spurs win. We should get 300 thumbs up just for that. All right, the Spurs outscored the Pacers 65-57 in the second half. So it came up big in the second half when it looked like we were going to start crumbling. No interview with Wemby. They talked to Branham. I don't know what he said. Anyway, Siakam with 21 points and 8 rebounds. Naismith with 4 points. He had a rough night tonight. 1 of 7 from the field. Turner did not have a great night from the field. 6 of 17. Had a real hard time against Wemby. He did hit 4 threes. He was 4 of 9 from beyond the arc. They finished with 16 points and 10 rebounds. Had a double-double. Nembhard with 7. Halliburton was really held in contained very well. He did have 8 assists to 1 turnover, which is fantastic. Turnover to assist to turnover ratio, but he had 12 points on 4 of 16 shooting, missed all his threes, 0 for 6, and the Pacers as a team were 6 of 30. That is only 20%. Off the bench for Indiana, Toppin with 2, Smith with 4. McConnell really kept the Pacers in this game. If he doesn't play as well as he has, this could have been a blowout. He had 26 points on 13 of 15 shooting to also chip in 5 assists and 3 steals. McConnell, absolutely fantastic for Indiana. Good game to him. Good game, Pacers fans, by the way. Good game. Brown played 1 minute and scored 0. Okay? And Mathurin, 13 points, but was only 2 of 8 from the field. I think Mathurin did go to the line 13 times. What the what? For our San Antonio Spurs, Jeremy Sochan quietly had a really good game. 6 of 8 from the field, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, and only 1 turnover. As far as Wemby, sure he had the 3 turnovers. People are going to stare at that, but let's not forget everything else he did in this game. 31 points in 31 minutes. That's a point a minute. On 11 of 17 shooting, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc, 6 of 7 from the line, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, and 6 block shots. 6. This man should be top 3 in the defensive year of the player talk. I don't care what the Spurs record is. This is defensive player of the year type stats that he's had for the whole year, and he's been a wrecking ball in defense lately. Put my man in the defensive player of the year conversation. Trey Jones, really quiet night. I can't believe we won by 12 with Trey having, really our starting guards were not their best nights. Trey Jones played 30 minutes. He only scored 2 points, 4 assists, no turnovers. Just not a production from Trey tonight, so I'm glad we still won. Devin Sell, 17 points, only 7 of 20 from the field. Struggled a bit from the field. 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, though. Also had 4 turnovers. Malachi Branham, really playing well lately. 18 points and 6 assists. So nice to see him turn around. Can't play defense, save his life. But offensively, he's playing better. Off the bench, Zach Collins continues to play better, 11 points. Mamu and Barlow both came in for half a minute, as well as Sissoko, and none of them put any stats up. Osman with 0. Chetty Osman did not score tonight, only took 1 shot, had 4 boards and 2 assists. Blake Wesley played very well tonight, 9 points, 2 assists, 1 turnover. Made all his shots from the field, through a 3, including an empathetic dunk after a steal and coast-to-coast fast break. And then Kellen Johnson came to life. He was 1 of 5 in the first half. He finished 7 of 13 and finished with 17 points. Really helped lead the bench in the second half. So nice team win again. And then Wemby, I want to look this up real quick. And I know I'm missing stuff in the chat. My apologies. But I mentioned Wemby's been killing it on blocks lately. I need to pull it up. Because if I'm going to say something, I need to support what I'm saying, don't I? I mean, that kind of makes sense. So, Wemby, Mr. Wemby. Mr. Wemby. Bow, bow, bow. Wemby's last 6 games, including tonight, his blocks are 5, 5, 5, 4, 5, 6. Means he has 30 blocks in his last 6 games. He is averaging 5 blocks a game. Not to mention before that he had 3, and before that he had 10. He is absolutely crushing it in block shots right now, and if he keeps playing like this, getting 5 blocks a game, when the season's over, he will average 4 blocks a game. He's averaging 3.3 right now. This game tonight might bring him up to 3.4. He has a legit shot of averaging 4 blocks a game when the season's over. And if he averages 4 blocks a game, that man better get Defensive Player of the Year. That's all I got to say. He better be Defensive Player of the Year. I don't care if he's rookie or not. DPOY. Look at the chat for a couple minutes because this was a great game. I had a lot of fun. And then we'll call it a night. McBuckets will appear in the playoffs. Fair enough. Omar says Wemby is going to be defensive player for a long time in this league. There's no player that can do what he can. Agreed. Absolutely, sir. They were talking about Wemby on ESPN. They should be. Gustavo, thank you for stopping. And excellent by Wemby for sure. The plate of mine has him going for Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. Very possible. And our shooting is off the charts these last 2 games, Lama. I think I didn't read the stat, but I think we were 40% from beyond the arc, which is great. Cesar Gomez, 1 at a time, man. 1 at a time. Frisco, he is him. I think the Spurs are like 5-0 in games I don't watch. Maybe I should stop watching games for the sake of the team. Don't do that, Nether. JGNB3, Wemby 30. Yes, 31. League will figure him out in blocks and avoiding him, but he'll still get his every season. Yes. Jesus. People are challenging him right now. The dude is 7'5" with shoes and has, what, an 8-foot wingspan? That might not be the smart thing to do. 4 more likes to 300. That sounds great. I saw on some betting page you have Gobert over Wemby. He's got more rebounds per game. Wemby has him doubled up on steals. I think Wemby's averaging double the amount of steals per game Gobert is, and I think he's averaging almost a block more a game. And he's playing 5 less minutes a game. I think Wemby's our defensive player of the year. I really do. Hey, Alpha, good evening to you. And it's a great day. And Big Sean, he was holding his shoulder. Hopefully he does not mix the next game. I really hope he's just hopefully just a singer, ices it up, and he's good to go tomorrow. The things trainers can do today is amazing. He's very resilient, so hopefully everything's okay. If there's any big news, I'll post in the community notes if he's going to be out. But hopefully he plays Tuesday against the Rockets. That's, come on, battle for Texas. You got to make that. So, my friends, it is after 9:30 where I am, and 300 likes. Thank you, everybody. Awesome. A great win tonight. I'm hungry, so I'm going to go eat a yogurt or something. And thank you all for your support. Thank you all for being here. That's 2 wins in a row, and we have an absolute legit shot at 3. It's a great time to be a Spurs fan, and it's only going to get greater. I thank you all for tuning in. On behalf of myself, Selena, Headband Grogu, Baby Coyote, what's you going to do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!